Hey guys, we're live again. Episode 103. This is a third eye truth theorem podcast. Coming right at you downtown St. Joseph, Michigan, July 7, 2025. I am your host, James Gill. This is my co-host, Joe Hill. Joe?
Hey, I'm still here.
All right.
Still here. Rocking it out.
Guys, we got a good guest on tonight. Our guest tonight is none other than Tim Kerrigan, of the owner of the Woodstock Grill. If you guys seen this car riding around the Beetle, am I right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Tie-dye, correct? Yep. They sell a lot of good stuff, a lot of good food out there, guys. We got some of the stuff right here, right with us. I'm so excited. I'm so
He loves
excited.
when I book on
I'm
these
so
kind of
excited.
shows. He gets to eat.
Tim, welcome to the show, my
Hey,
friend.
thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Get some all right. Welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Good.
How's business been so far?
Summer.
Yeah,
When
sometimes.
it's hot out, it's time to make barbecue,
Yes,
get
sir.
out and about.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we've been busy.
Do you ever stop?
It's weird. Like it used to be you get to May, it picks up. Well, we're starting to get busy now in the middle of March. So now it's kind of, if it's over 50, we're out. So we were in middle of November last year and we were selling.
So do you ever stop though? Like
No. I
Full time, year round.
Well, we close up during the winter. We still do a lot of like factory parties and
Yeah.
like office parties where we don't bring the bug, we just bring food.
Yeah.
But I teach. I've been teaching at Buchanan for coaching for 20. I've been coaching 27 years and teaching for 22.
You're a teacher?
I am
What kind of teacher?
culinary arts.
Culinary. Really?
There you, yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was a chef. I'm a
Yep.
chef.
They have a culinary arts school.
I started in
in high school?
2000. Yeah, we do.
That's fucking awesome.
It's a CTE class. So
Yeah.
like one of my classes I have this year, I had 5 kids from Benton Harbor, 8 kids from Berrien Springs. They bus them in.
Really?
Randy Wine kids, it's
Oh,
district.
really?
It's a college credit. Yeah. So I
Really?
teach them, 2 hours a day.
God, I really wish I
I wish I would have had that in high school. It's home ec.
Yeah, basically.
Home
Yeah, but
economics.
we jazz it up a little bit
Yeah.
with Wayne. But yeah, so I've been doing that and I coach, so keeps me busy.
what do you coach?
Football and wrestling.
Okay.
Defense or offense?
Line.
Line?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm taking a little bit. I've been off a little bit. I was telling you, I got a hip replacement
Yeah.
coming, so I don't get out there as much. I'm usually in the box on Friday nights. And I still coach wrestling. So yeah.
That's one sport I never could get into.
No, I can.
No.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of my friends were in wrestling, and they did really well. I just couldn't.
I
It
can't
was
do it
this was
either.
me. I
Well,
was
it's
more
not for
basketball.
everybody.
I was more basketball.
I was football.
I like football too, but I played more
You never
basketball.
played football?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you play?
Tight end, defensive end.
I can see that out of you. Were you quick?
Maybe a little bit.
No, I was. First of all, I was slimmer than I am now. First of all,
That may be said about all of us.
Yeah.
I didn't bring
Is that
that
where
up.
you're going?
No,
I think
I
that's
didn't
what
bring
he
that up.
Is that a fat joke?
I wasn't bringing that up.
There's
You-
always something behind
you're-
every word.
why do you always think there's something behind that
You have
one?
that smile on your face. I know you right now. But yeah, I played those positions, and I enjoy playing.
So, out of all the stuff you do, of coaching and everything else, how long have you been teaching? Like
22 years.
22 years?
Yeah.
Always culinary, or
Yeah.
They always had that.
No, like so like
damn.
my career is kind of interesting because I went to culinary school right out of high school. I went to Buchanan. I mean, basically it's interesting. In my senior year, I was in the counselor's office and he said, "Hey, so what's your plans?" At that point, I was ranked like number 4 in the state. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna be a state champion in wrestling. He's like, "You're an idiot. I'm talking about college." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." So they had me do all the aptitude test and all that stuff. Came back about 2 weeks later and he came in. He's like, "Yeah," he goes, "There's 2 things here that you're signed up that we'd be good at: professional sports or a mortician." No shit. I was like, that sounds fun. So I went home. I was talking to my dad, and he's like, "You should be a chef," because I used to cook at home.
Yeah.
He'd always had me doing something, and I was dating my wife in high school, and she's going to Grand Valley. She had her stuff all together. She's like, yeah, I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to Grand Valley. So I went to my counselor. I'm like, hey, so where's the nearest culinary school? He goes, Grand Rapids. I'm like, how far is that from Grand Valley? He said about 20 minutes. I think I'm going to be a chef. So I moved up to Grand Rapids, went to culinary school for 2 years, and came back down and got a job at as an assistant chef at Knollwood Country Club. And I was there for 7 years, became the executive chef, and had a couple other jobs, and ended up at Ivy Tech as the program chair of their culinary arts program. And while I was doing that, one Friday night, Wayne Ryder, who's passed away, was one of the counselors at the high school, and said, hey, he goes, why don't you do like a culinary class at Buchanan? I was like, and I could. Well, all of a sudden it went from one class to 4. So I left Ivy, did that, and then we started up a catering business. At one point, we had Fernwood Botanical Garden, Orchard Hills Country Club,
Nice places.
Southwestern Michigan College, LMC, AM General Plant, and the Heston Steam Museum in New Carlisle, all at the same time.
Yeah.
We had about 40 employees, and I was teaching still. And then I came up with the idea of the bug, and I had one of my employees' husbands was a good fabricator, and so came up with the idea. He built it, and I thought that either I'm the smartest person in the world or I'm an idiot. So I parked it in the field at our house, and then one of my culinary students said, I was telling him about it. He's like, "Can I have that at my grad party?" And so I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he took it. His stepdad brought it back the next day and was like, "You will not believe how many people took pictures with that thing." It was just painted black at that point.
Oh, okay.
And so we're like, okay, that's cool. Well, my wife, Kayleen, said, we need to take this out. We need to go somewhere with it. And we just figure out what we're going to do. And so we did an event in Berrien Springs. It was like a vintage market type thing. And we just killed it. I mean, in 3 days of just killing it. And so we went from 1 bug to 2 that first year. And the second year, we built another 2. And but we were still running the other business. And then COVID hit. And, we had been in the other business for 15 years, 14 years. And the bug business was moving, obviously, but it's another entity of something that we not had. And we were sitting around during COVID, and Kayleen had said one day, she's like, we should just get out of everything else and just do the bugs. We make more money doing that than we do taking care of everybody else's businesses. And I was like, I would have never, ever, I don't think, succeeded in that. I mean, I would have never said yeah to that, but it's like, yeah, yeah, you're right. So I did. We kind of that year we made the decision to get out, and so we went from 4 to 5 bugs that year. And I think we've got 10 done now.
Wow.
And so we just kind of go
Where do you find your bugs?
everywhere.
Do you just find like in a scrapyard, or do you buy a bug and then chop it?
We find the bug and chop it. Yeah. So we like I'll look on Craigslist and Facebook. It's funny now, I'll have people contact us, say, hey, I saw this bug here. Hey, so we've gone everywhere from the other side of Battle Creek, going to Santa Harbor, to Walker-Russa. We found one in a barn, and some guy is interesting because he called me. He's up in Battle Creek, and he's like, yeah, so I took this picture, and it was actually Kayleen and I coming back from Jackson. We did an art. He pulled up next to us. He's a VW guy, an enthusiast. VW guys are like golfers, or like Jeep guys are fanatics.
Yeah.
He took a picture of our bug with my phone number on it and called me. He's like, so I got this bug that is totally roached out, and I take everything off it I wanted. You want it? I'm like, yeah. He gave it to me for like $100.
Oh, really?
So we had to hauled it back, and
Yeah.
I got a guy that does some welding for us. We basically take it off of the original frame and then make a trailer underneath it, and we build the boxes, the smokers, and
Oh, that's cool.
So how'd you get the concept to turn a bug into a grill,
so,
pretty much, or a
listen,
smoker?
okay, so I'm good looking. I'm obviously very talented.
Yes, you are, stud. Yes, you
but
are.
There's no
His wife's laughing.
so
She got a good big smile on her face right there.
Yes,
So-
you are, stud. You keep talking.
I had this. I love VW bugs. I do. I love that genre, and I bought one, and it was in really rough shape. So, like any other man who doesn't know anything about vehicles, you double down and buy a second one. So you're gonna fix this up, and it's like, yeah, I don't have the wherewithal to do any of that shit. So it's like, it's fine. And so one day I was at school and we had bought a smoker on a trailer, and I was just doodling around between classes. I'm like, that'd be really cool if we put the smoker in the bug. I drew it up, and I ironically at that point I kind of came up with the name, and then like all these just really, really obscene slogans that I could put on a t-shirt. And actually my nephew Ryan and I were texting back and forth. I'm like, what about this one? What about these? Oh, that's a little vulgar, but it's kind of funny. And so I took it home to Kayleen and I showed her, and she's like, it's kind of cool. I mean, she's a nurse, but she's like, that's kind of a neat idea. So like I said, I was talking to one of our servers at Orchard, and her husband was, he's a guy that could fix anything. And I showed him, I'm like, what do you think about this? Can you do it? He goes, I could do that. So we did, we built it. And then once we built 1 or 2, and the third one, we started realizing like you were talking about earlier, you get better at something when you do it for a while. And so like we figured out all the things that were screwed up with the big ones. So instead of building the full one, we've cut them in half. There's a back half and a front half. It still has the look to it. It's still a bug, but we got those half smokers. Now we can fit those in one parking spot. We can go for a grad party. We can in and out quick. It's easy to move around.
Compact. Very nice. Very nice.
So you don't really cook everything in those things. It's more of basically a warmer now.
Kind of. I mean, we do like what we do is it's a little bit different. And some of the purest barbecue people, which I mean, I'm not throwing shade on any of those people, because I think there's enough room in this business for everybody. But to me, it's all about good food. And how do we achieve good food? It's, if I could smoke brisket for 47 hours and, play classical music, and it'll be great.
Right.
But so what we do is we get a smoke going on it, and then we put it in a slow cooker for the 15 hours, 16 hours, pull it back out. And primarily what we do in our smokers is we start with charcoal and we finish with cherry and apple. Oh, so if we're out in an event for 4 hours, it's getting pure smoke the whole time. So it's not overly smoked. It's not. And most importantly, I don't have to stay up all night with a smoker. I can sleep. I gotta keep this look up. This isn't easy. You might think it is. It's not.
See, a man just like me. Come on. That's right, stud.
That's it. So we do a lot of prep at our locations, and then we take them out and serve. So
you have 10.
Yeah, and one of them we do pizzas with. We can make a pizza in like 4 minutes.
Damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in there?
We have these almost like an induction cooker. A guy in Berrien Springs who just passed away not too long ago. He had like a double stone, and it's propane, but they get to about 550 degrees.
Propanes do, yeah.
So 2 of them, and I saw them on Craigslist for sale. I was like, God, I got to be able to do something with that thing. So we put it in a bug.
You do pizzas now too. Look at that shit.
You don't mess around.
4 minutes, and then you can get those pizzas like that.
Yeah, you can pop those out though. It's better than I do like their pizzas, but Parliament, I think that's what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Parliament pizzas. Yeah, I love their pizzas, but they take forever to cook.
See, I think that's kind of one of the, like, for us. I mean, and again, I'm not throwing shade on anybody, because it's one of those things. But for us, we've kind of figured out that people don't want to wait for food at a food truck. They want their food now. So if there's a line of people and they see our people are like walking by with a 1.5 pounds of mac and cheese with brisket on it, with all kinds of shit on it, and it looks amazing, they're like, I think I'll get that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go over there because I want to eat now.
I know. I understand that. That's how I am. If I ever owned a food truck, the point of a food truck, like you just said, you nailed it right on the head, is people want their food quick, fast, out like this. That's the point of a food truck. They want it quick.
Yeah.
They don't want to wait 15, 20 minutes for a burger or something else that has to be prepared. Have the stuff already somewhat prepared and go. That's what you see on most of these food truck that I love to watch. Great food truck race and all that. They
do you ever sell out as far as your food? I mean, sold everything.
Mm-hmm. We try. Yeah. I mean, that's the plan. I mean,
that's the goal.
You never.
Well, of course it's the goal, but I'm saying, I mean, has there been a point where it was like, I don't have any more?
Oh yeah. I mean, we've gone. You just never know. It's like one of those things where it's like somebody will call you and they're like. So to be completely honest, everybody will call you and say, hey, we're having this event. It's the biggest event you're ever going to see. And then there's 17 people there.
Right.
So you always kind of, and I always say the same thing. It's like, we don't know until we know, right? But you got to be kind of, so we're like, okay, we'll just send a moderate amount of food. We'll see how it goes. Well, I mean, you can get screwed real quick. It's like, okay, so yeah, I've been here an hour and I've sold all my food. So now we're scrambling to get them more food,
So what happens if you do that? I mean, if you sell, like, if you're there for how long usually at a, like, say the watermark, say you're there for what,
11 to 7.
So, okay. So what happens if you sell out food that first hour?
Yeah, we bring more. We bring more.
So
they'll call Mayday.
Yeah.
Just bring us more food.
Right.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and being that we're located in New Buffalo, we're generally pretty close. As long as they're, I mean, because we've had times where, our guy will completely sell out and say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm out of food. And it's like, dude, could you give me like, I keep saying the same thing. Listen, if you've got a line of people and you realize you're getting your head kicked in, just say, can you hold on 1 second? SOS, bring more food.
Yeah.
And then I can get started. Don't wait till completely out to say, hey, yeah, where are you at? You're in Buchanan. You got to ride a New Buffalo to warm up food and get us some more stuff. But there's been times when we've been, I mean, there's no joke. We've been times we've been at other events and it's a dog. We're not selling anything. It's like, go to X, get their food, leave them a little bit because they're not selling anything, and take it to wherever you're going.
That's smart. So yeah, you're taking one thing to go to the other.
It's the same food.
Yeah. It's the same food. It doesn't matter. It's all the same concept.
But, it's cool. The food truck whole revolution is kind of a neat thing. I mean, because we got a lot, especially in Southwest Michigan, there's a lot of people doing barbecue. Yeah. There's a lot of people doing tacos and pizzas and all kinds. I mean, there's a lot of good places out there, and they're all pretty good folks. I mean, that's the thing. When we first started this, it's kind of like, I mean, I think just being an athlete at one point in my life, you're always somewhat competitive. So you kind of just want to just bury everybody. Then you realize it's like, I want to make money.
Yeah.
I want to supply for my family. I want to go golfing. I want to go on a cruise.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to make money. I don't want everybody else to make money.
Wait a minute. You go on a cruise making all this stuff?
That's just what you do, bro. And you got to beat up your bug.
Yeah.
You got to have a bug. That helps.
Yeah, plenty of bugs rolling around now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business.
What, can you cook?
Yeah.
All right.
I know you can.
I trust you.
I'll
you want to tag me and team up. Okay. See where you're going with this.
I'm not gonna be dumb.
I'm not a culinary arts chef, but
No.
I can put some together.
That's all right.
I'll bring Wave on this one. Oh, we could do our podcast and have a kitchen in the back.
Serving window.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Video.
There you
That's
go.
where you're going. That's you.
I can do
I
this
see where you're
now.
going.
I can do this. I got an ideas. Look at me go.
No.
2 guys in tongs,
Oh,
not thongs.
that's a
Tongs.
good concept. That's a good concept.
Oh, thank God, because he knows I probably wear one.
Jeez. No, you better not.
I'm the stud now.
Yeah, good job, Joe. Oh,
So,
man.
you have a question, or do you?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I
So-
won't bind that.
So the with you jumping into it, what were your cautious of things that you were going through your head? Think, is this the right decision? Should I really do this?
I just think that, I had this conversation with somebody not too long ago about like self-employment. I mean, you hate to see, like, for me, just being in the industry for such a long time, just food industry, you see people get into the industry for the wrong reason. Like, oh, you're a good cook, you should get a restaurant. No, that's a wrong reason to get a restaurant. You should work in a restaurant forever and realize it's the worst industry in the world because you work holidays and evenings and you're dealing with terrible drunk people. But if you still love it after that and you're passionate about it, you don't mind
Right,
working,
right.
Do it, go for it. But it's not for the weak of heart, right? I mean, because again, you're putting everything you got on it. So for us, we got to ease into it a little bit just because we had the other catering business going. And then just kind of proof of concept. It's like all of a sudden we noticed that, people are wearing our shirts and people are talking to us and people are calling us and all that kind of weird stuff. And so it's like we made the decision to go full bore with it. It wasn't so scary just because at that point, we already knew that we were out there. And like I said, I would never throw shade on anybody else's barbecue or what they do. Cause I mean, yes, we do barbecue, but ours is a little bit different. I mean, we do a lot of our own stuff and we bake stuff. We do, our own pickling stuff and we change stuff up all the time because we can, we're out and about a lot. I mean, when you're moving volume you can move
Yeah.
stuff. You know, we're doing burn ends this week. We're talking about doing turkey. A couple weeks ago, we did turkey thighs with a ginger cranberry barbecue on it. So we're just, always just trying new stuff and trying to challenge ourselves and get ahead of where we were at before, like self-assess, all the time and just try to be better. And how do we we talk about like our brownies and that kind of stuff. We just hand wrap them all. And it's like,
You make your own brownies?
yeah, we bake all our own stuff.
Wow, look at that.
So we get packaging. My youngest daughter's doing all of our social media and doing her labeling and all that stuff. And so it just looks a little more professional.
So you do brisket. What other things do you do?
So
as
mostly
far as
kind of what our normal everyday, like if you come to our spot, you'll see us, we'll either have a potato casserole
Okay.
or a ground potatoes, always have mac and cheese, brisket, pulled pork, some kind of chicken. Like we do teriyaki chicken or Korean chicken or, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Rib tips or ribs. We're starting to dabble a little bit more in spare ribs now because we just kind of like the look of them because they look kind of big and a little meatier,
Yeah.
We've done burn ends. We do pork. Steve, who works for us, he's been with us for a long time. He does candied pork belly and he just sells the mess out of it.
I have this gentleman, I work at the sandbar besides doing this stuff right here. But there's this white guy that said, white men can't barbecue at all. I was like, wait a minute. I know some people that can barbecue really good. They're white. This is just hearing that come from him. I was like, that's stupid.
Was he
Right.
That's stupid. Well, I can't wait to taste some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
You
just
gotta
put
wait.
him to shame. I mean,
You gotta wait. You
I
gotta
got a
wait.
good feeling about this right here.
You gotta wait.
I know I want to wait. Yeah.
It's all about us. Actually, you guys can honestly, because I don't do a lot of smoking and everything and stuff like that. Does it matter what you put on there for smoking and for seasoning and everything else before you even, or the sauces alone to have a good barbecue? To have a good barbecue, you need to have the right tenderness of the meat and the right sauce. Isn't that what pretty much the concept is?
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent,
Yeah.
you want to make sure that's seasoned
Let me tell
correctly
you.
and the sauces are right because there's different stuff, and it's like for me, I like using applewood and cherry just because it's a little milder. I'm not a big, like I like mesquite, but if you smoke it too long, mesquite, it gets bitter. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. I don't like mesquite all the time. You get not the bitterness. I don't get the bitterness. I get like that's all I taste after that. Because you can't really have any more seasoning on it because that's all you taste is the mesquite.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, I don't again, yes, I'm Caucasian. And yes, I've made a living at cooking.
Oh my God, you are?
I am. It's true.
I was blown by what he said. I was like, what are you talking about, man? That makes no sense.
No,
it makes no sense.
This man's got a little soul in him.
He's a chef. He's been a chef. He knows what he's doing.
He's got awesome.
I'm just saying. That was the weirdest thing I've heard in my lifetime.
Oh, I've heard all kinds of weird shit.
And that was coming from another white guy. So I was like,
see,
that's the worst.
I was like, you can't seriously, dude?
Hypocrite.
I mean, listen,
because he can't do it.
I could be black.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe I just haven't changed colors yet. Like the jerk. I'm going to stay this color.
I love that.
Just putting stereotypes on different people because of
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Flavor's flavor. I mean, I think if you to me, it's a lot of. I mean, if you love food and you love what you do with it, I mean, it's good. I mean, I've like I said, I've had some really good food from a lot of people, and it's just crazy. And to me, it's always it's interesting because I'll ask somebody asks me, "How did you make this?" I'll tell them. I mean, shit, I don't give a care. I mean, listen, we're all just trying to make a buck. We're trying to learn something.
You can cuss all you want. We don't care.
I may swear.
It's okay.
That's all right.
That's okay. You started it.
Go right fucking ahead. Go ahead.
See, and Joe loves doing that.
That's kind of me.
Is this their first time on the podcast or no? You were going pretty smoothly. I'm kind of.
No. I used to do a TV show on Fox.
Oh, really?
Wednesday mornings. Oh, yeah.
Really?
I'm fake. Fuck you guys. I'm like famous. I can't believe it. I didn't think you looked this up. Oh, seriously. I used to write an article in the South Bend Tribune once a week for like 6 years.
So besides cooking,
dude,
you culinary school,
you didn't know background. I'm almost offended in this background.
Get him, Joe.
I'm stabbing the eye with one of these toys.
So wait a minute. You were a cook.
A
teacher.
chef.
Chef. Get
A
it
chef,
right.
thank
Chef.
you.
Get it right.
Oh, fuck yeah, Bob.
Chef.
Chef,
There you go.
coach, a teacher, a writer,
Yeah.
and a TV host.
Yeah, I did TV. I did TV every Wednesday morning on Fox at like 6 o'clock. I had like an hour spot where they could come in for 15 minutes and
Yeah.
do something. And yeah.
What was it called?
Okay, what was that called? Do you remember? I don't remember what they called it on Fox. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
So how long did you do that?
3 or 4 years or something.
Damn. Man,
Got you, Jim.
why
Got
is
you.
it? Why do we bring
Got
people
you.
on? Why do we bring people on that's done more shit than we ever have
Well, I'm gonna give you.
combined? Oh, don't do it.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold back.
Just
Yeah,
just
you
keep
don't
your finger out that
Don't
button.
give me that.
Don't touch his
yet.
button yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
I got
Don't
a
premature
I
touch.
got it lined up, ready for him next time he does something like that. Disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. Like you didn't know either.
I didn't insult him
Tagonizing
either. You get it now. You messed up, Joe.
Yeah, man, I still got booed today.
You messed up.
I didn't get booed all last show. You did though. Thank God.
So
yeah.
TV show host. I mean, were you the host or
No,
No,
somebody from the morning show
Yeah,
did it.
you just
So I
came
just
up-
cooked and they asked me questions and I was kind of smart about everything. I mean,
did you enjoy doing that?
yeah, it's
Get-
fine.
Making jabs at him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of my personality. a little
Where'd
bit.
you do that at? I mean, did you think
Ivy Tech.
Ivy
I
Tech?
used to come there. I used to have to go. It was kind of tough because I used to have to go to Elkhart to the Fox studios to do it there. But
That's where that's at? Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know
but
where
they
that-
used to come to Ivy Tech then because we
And-
had the full kitchen. They could come in,
Yeah.
boom, in and out.
That's in
mobile.
Mishawaka or was in Mishawaka, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Yeah, they're still
I
growing.
didn't know they closed or not. I didn't know. I heard they were at one time they're about to. So
Yeah, no, they're still going.
man, done a lot.
Yeah, I keep busy.
There you go.
Are you 45?
I am 50. I'll be 56 in August.
You're about to look over at her.
She's 56. She would have robbed me from the cradle. Shit.
Almost got me speechless. I can't. Yeah, almost did. Almost got me
That's
speechless. Yeah.
good, though.
And you guys are high school sweethearts.
Started dating in 10th grade.
Wow. Good for you. No,
She's got
actually-
good direction. She always comes home. It's the weirdest thing.
So I'm gonna keep on going with this because I have a couple questions for you and her, but she doesn't have to answer.
She won't answer.
I know, but all the stuff that you cook and help, does she help out or is it all you?
It's me.
Oh, you could at least give her a bone.
No, I mean, interestingly enough, like she'll try everything. Zach. I may have a picture, but anyway, no, I mean, so like if we try something, she'll try it, and the nice thing about her is, I mean, she's a nurse,
Yeah.
right, and so it's
So
like
if you choke, she can save you.
there's that, or if she's an OB nurse, so if somehow my vagina gets inflamed, she'll be right on the spot.
Oh, I've been there.
You asked for it, Joe.
I know. I've been,
Did that.
I've been
Your
there.
mouth, man.
I've been there before.
But for as far as like, because sometimes like my mind, I don't sleep a lot, so it's like there's times where like in my mind at 2 o'clock in the morning, this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
And I'll run it past her, and she's like, "That's a really horrible idea."
At least she's honest with you.
Yeah, but she's less brash about it. Maybe if you didn't do that, or just keep doing what you're doing, it's those kind of statements. But so like when I start talking about stuff, she's a good sounding board. And as far as, I mean, she's my partner in the business, but I mean, she's a nurse and she works 7 at night till 7 in the morning. So I can't really expect her to.
That's actually, as long as she's still your backbone and everything else, that's still awesome for her.
Oh, yeah.
That's something you need
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep on going on. So
Yeah.
yes, that is awesome.
And it's nice because like my son works with us, and he'll be 28 this year, and he's really kind of picked up, and he's like, when I'm at school, he's running it.
You think he's gonna take over for you?
Oh, he should. Yeah, I mean that's the plan.
I didn't ask it.
No, I mean
Should.
that's the plan at this point. But my youngest daughter, Lex, my oldest daughter is a nurse. She followed mom, but Lex got her bachelor's degree from Grand Valley, and she's
Definitely following mom's footsteps. So
yeah. Well, she's with the new, when the new government came in with the education cut, she lost her job. So we're like, hey, so you're not really doing anything right now, but she's like super organized. So like right now, it's like I told her I was going to be on the show. She's on media.
I
doing
saw
all the-
that.
She's
Yeah.
all over it. Like it's like, hey, so we're thinking about doing some labels on the barbecue sauces. she comes up.
Yeah.
She designed all of them, orders them. I mean, so we start talking about her possibly taking some accounting classes because, I mean, long haul of it, it'd be great for her to be part of the family business too. Because I don't want, shit, I'd like to be done at 60 and just go quietly into the night and just come in and do chiz and take a check. Let everybody else work. Go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Go to the casino.
Play some golf.
Or play some golf.
That's actually awesome. I like that. Ride into the sunset, but come back, and when you
come back to get my check.
I think that's the goal of
really.
every family that has a business to pass on to the younger generation, so to keep it going. So that's something we're looking forward to.
My family didn't want me to.
No?
They kept me out of the business for so long.
Really? Well, yeah.
My dad's a plumber. I rather make the shit than clean it because he kept me out for so long. No pun intended on that. I mean, he even keeps me away as much as he can. The only thing he takes me to is when he has a heavier water heater that he can't lift. I have to lift up the steps for him because he had one heart attack and my mom flips out now. Go with him. He might have another one. I went, dude, he's healthy as an ox. He's fine now. But
it's not, it's interesting because my son Max, and he, not that we drug him into the business, but he has a innate ability to be, he's just very likable. And he's great at selling.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid just sells. And so learning the backside of it, like the cooking part of it and all that, we finally got him on par with that and doing his thing. And he does a great job. And like my oldest daughter, Jay, her husband, Doug, he worked for us for a summer and great, does a super job. But Jayla won't let him work with us. He's not gonna be part of the family business. He's just not. He won't ever. It's like, okay, it's like we're the mafia or something, like the barbecue mafia. It's like no one's dying today. We're just serving some sweet barbecue or spicy. Jesus.
I don't know. You're killing it on the with having 10 trucks though. I mean, that's amazing. I give you credit for that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can say they have 10 trucks.
Yeah. Every year when I go pay my thing at the Berrien County thing, the lady says, you spend more in licensing than anybody in the state of Michigan. I was like, I can't believe somebody doesn't have 10 trucks somewhere. She's like, I don't think so. But we're going to build 4 more this summer and this winter. We're building a bus.
I was just going to ask you that. Thank you. I was going to ask you, you haven't done the V8 bus yet?
Yeah, I've got one from a guy in South Bend. It's all roached out. And he was really cool about it. He's like, man, I see what you do. This one is far gone. He says, if you want it, he gave me a great deal on it. So I met this kid in Watervliet that does mobile welding. So I kind of showed him exactly what I thought. And he's just kind of like looking at it. And he's like, I could do that. He's really into it.
May I ask how you're going to do it?
So
I'm kind of curious.
From the inside, and
the inside is completely gutted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're looking at the side of a bus, where the doors come down, how the doors are kind of jaggedy through, the bottom of the door, we're going to cut it straight across below the windows and then up and put a hinge above the windows. And we're going to put like they would do for awnings. And open the whole side of it like this. So that would be almost like a roof. And we're going to put a smoker in there and maybe even a flat grill and have an exhaust fan blowing it out. So
would this be like for like when you do like a big events or stuff like that?
We could. Yeah. I mean, realistically, I think the idea of it was going to be is we just we have a building in Buchanan we're just finishing up. It used to be a Shell station.
Yeah.
So we've got everything done. We're just waiting for mechanical inspection and one other thing.
Downtown?
It's just out of town, off of Main and or Front in Terracoop, right in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And we turned the garage bays into the kitchen. So the idea is like we set up out front in New Buffalo at our place on the corner of Red Arrow and 12. Yep. We would use the bus as the focal spot. People see it when it's open and blowing smoke, we're open. And just open up the bays and serve right out of there.
That's a cool place. I drive by that a lot.
Will that have a kitchen in it? Like
we built the kitchen in it.
Yeah. So like something for prep or things of that nature?
Yeah, we put in a walk-in cooler, tore everything out. Yeah. I mean, it's done. Yeah, it's been about 2 years working on it.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got all new equipment for it. So
sorry, I was just thinking about all the food and everything that you've been doing. And for your whole life, do you wish you're a mortician still?
Maybe. Sick fascination.
With one of your what they said you could do. I'm thinking, damn.
I'd probably dress up like Dracula all the time as a mortician. carry a shovel with me the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the whole time. Wearing dirty boots. It'd be the worst.
I just think the way I would probably be a mortician or anything like that would be like Gone in 60 Seconds. I would never speak. I'll be like Finks, where he puts the sandwich on top of the guy.
Yeah.
I just picture that. So yeah, I had to ask that question. Sorry.
I mean, I guess we could still do it. Just serve barbecue at the, have like a little card in there at the funeral, the visitation.
I swear these ribs didn't come from the guy.
Right. That is not pulled pork.
Right.
It's not his burn end either.
Right.
I can keep going with this.
We could do this all day.
Yeah.
This is t-shirt worthy. Yeah. Yeah. Go pay your respects and get a pulled pork sandwich real quick. He would have wanted it that way.
Oh shit!
That's what I
I
said.
can keep on doing this. This is fun. This is one of the better podcasts I've been on with food.
Now, in the beginning years, was it tough for you to get going or get your name out there?
With the smokers, you
Yeah.
mean? It wasn't bad. I mean, I think just by virtue of having the bug,
Yeah.
people recognize it. It's just different. It's not a food truck. And it's all hippied up, and so people see it, and so it's like the idea of, hey, that's kind of cool. I want that at my event. And so, and again, once you start rolling and start doing a lot of them, we kind of pick and choose where we want to go now. And we, like I said, I mean, I'll say this all the time. We've dealt with some really cool people throughout the years and built some really good relationships.
Yeah.
And so it's like we were just talking. One of the kids that works for us, he was actually, I coached him in football. I had him in my culinary class, Devin, and we had 3 events this week. So he was at the Blonde Winery from like 1 to 4.
You were there.
And then we had a private party from like 5:30 to 7 for like 30 people. So we reloaded them and sent them there.
Yeah.
So that happened 3 times this week at 3 different, he doubled up on 3 of them. All 3 of them were places that he's done twice, the private parties. So the people come back into town are like, oh, hey, we want them to come. So it's just a return business. And it's like, it worked out pretty well. And now we do a lot of pickup and delivery and stuff too as well.
So if someone wants to cater a party,
Mhm.
what's the price? It depends on the people, or does it depend on?
It just depends what you pick for menu.
Or you have a set menu where you pick something like this?
Yeah,
like
we have a
5
barbecue
items?
menu, but there'll be a lot of times like people like still realize that I'm a chef. So like we've done, like Belkey Heating and Cooling. We did a Christmas party from last year, and they had prime rib and chicken and
Oh, nice.
baby glazed carrots and
Yeah.
red skin potatoes and whatever salads.
I should tell Ace about you guys. We try to find something different every year. We've been going back to the same place twice, and we like to switch it up a little bit every other year. So yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, we like money.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
$20 is $20, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, hell, we do a Christmas party from like 6 to 9, pretty much. That's it for 3 hours, and we eat, and that's it. We pick the food up, or you drop it off, and that's all. And then we just let you go.
Yeah, so like we're just kind of flexible when it comes to like people will call and say, hey, this is our budget. We got this many people. What can you do? Because a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and that's okay. I mean, again,
We have 3 stores, so it's okay.
yeah, and you have money. We can do the deluxe package.
We have 3 stores, so yeah, we can handle it. Yeah, and that's one year they sprawl out, and it's always at the FOP in St. Joe. So it's nice that they do it, and not a lot of places do it anymore. A Christmas party, just because of what happened all year round for 2020 and everything else, is now catching back up.
Yeah.
But he never stopped. He kept on doing it. So
That's good.
it's really nice that he does that.
There's a lot of good owners out there, a lot of good business people that care about their employees,
Do you do anything for your employees?
No, I hate them. I hate all of them. No, we last year we took I buy them all kinds of swag and all that kind of crap, but last year we took them to Blue Chip for 2 days, got them drunk, fed them, gave them money to gamble.
2 days.
Yeah, we got them rooms. We were going to go to Vegas, but it was like, yeah, it was just kind of hard to pull off. So we went to Blue Chip for 2 days, and we set up our room with appetizers and and we got the 2 guys. Both guys wanted Crown Royal, so we got them big jugs of Crown Royal, and a couple of the other guys wanted this, and so yeah, we try to do that kind of stuff.
James, we need to work for him.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
Fuck our own food truck. We're going to work for this one.
you eat for free.
We can handle. We can do this. I sell, you serve.
What?
I sell, you serve.
How about I help cook?
Oh, that's his job.
Okay, never mind.
You can
Nice
take
job.
my job.
He wants to.
Spend the
He wants to retire anyway.
He wants to
don't work.
retire now.
Yeah. Give him a hand.
I want to take a shot at that male exotic dancing career I started back in '87.
How's that working out?
It's bad. It's rough. I think I threw my hip out.
Yeah,
The old bump and grind. It's not from the barbecue, brother.
It's not working in on the massaging the rub in.
No, it's no.
No, damn it. I would hit my hip out on that one. Shit, that sucks. What are you thinking over there, tough guy?
No, I was thinking about the brisket. I was thinking about the rub that you put on it for you put it in and smoke it for however long you said. Was 16?
Yeah, something like that.
Is there
8 million.
it's a rub that you put together, or
Yeah, we kind of came up with it, and then our spice guy that we deal with, he kind of we formulated what we wanted.
Yeah.
He mixes it for us, and we get it in 25-pound.
you guys have the? Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's cool.
You market this, and do you?
We
sell
don't
this?
sell it.
You don't sell it? Okay.
No, that's just one more thing.
Where do you
Yeah.
buy your meat from?
Well, we deal with a purveyor out of Grand Rapids, Van Eerden, and they get a lot of their meat from. I mean, everybody gets the meat from the same places in Iowa and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But
that's why I
it's
figured.
farmland and all that.
Yeah.
It's pretty quality. I mean, and we go through. I mean, 6-7 cases of pulled pork
Really?
butts a week, 6-7 cases of brisket. It's a lot. I mean, you're
That is a
figuring.
lot.
I mean,
I'm
about
thinking about it right now. Dad.
30 to
Yeah.
35 pork butts a week on a
Jesus.
weekend. Really, it's just on the weekend. I mean, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are really the hopping days. But at this point, like during the week, we're out. I mean, we're setting up at some of the marijuana places,
Yeah.
during the week.
See,
And
we heard that it's not a good place to even set up because people are just in and out and just don't want to buy any food. They just want to go.
if food's good, they'll stay.
See,
I mean,
see,
Sunday was kind of a
I told
dog.
them that. I told
Sunday
them
was a little bit slow, but I mean, if we're not, that's kind of the advantage that we have, I think, over some other food trucks. So we're bringing in a half bug. We can set that thing up in about 15 minutes. We can be serving food in 15 minutes. It broke down in 15 minutes. And so if we go there and we can service them for lunch, make a couple bucks.
Yeah.
they're going in to get their stuff. They come back out and get their food and go.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So we try not to make those long days, but like for some of the other food trucks, these guys and gals that have these trailers, and I mean, it's a big setup. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, I applaud those guys because that's a lot of work. For us, we've got it down to a science where
Simplified it.
we get it in and out, and so it's like if we're just going to go there for 3 hours, make lunch for them and get out, we're good.
See,
Yeah.
that's awesome because because wasn't it the other one? Was it? I don't
Was
know.
it the
She made
jalapeno grill?
the
or-
jalapeno. Which one? I don't know. One of them said it wasn't really a good idea always to set up in New Buffalo or at a marijuana shop and serve because they just want to go in, get their stuff, and leave, and they didn't want any food. I'm thinking, in my eyes, that's what I would want food. But if I look at your stuff and
It's like that. Maybe some people don't just smoke and they
Yeah.
come out.
I know, but
Yeah.
My
I mean, if
thing
you
is-
smell, we throw onion on the fire, so you can smell food.
my
And-
thing is if I see your VFW bug and I'm going to get some marijuana, hell yeah, I want
You
some.
just
Hell
send,
yeah,
send those subtle hints.
A couple of weeks ago, we had
it's like
what
Cheech
do
and Chong.
what do we call it? We had a sandwich on the menu board. It was half pork, half brisket. We call it the blunt.
Oh, really?
Something along those lines.
yeah.
How does that actually? Your names so far, what you've been saying, and your shirts that was back in the day or are now, that is awesome. You are a very catchy guy.
Well, we've learned. I mean, it's interesting.
Yes.
We have this idea of like when Max works, there's always a sandwich on the menu that says the Max, and if nothing else, you're going to ask, so what's the Max? It's a brisket sandwich with macaroni and cheese on it.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You'll sell it.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, we put on our menu boards, Giant Cookie voted the best cookie in the universe 3 years running, or something stupid. And they were like, okay,
Just little subtle words that catch your eyes and it's like, oh, I want to try that.
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
me being a smart ass and just keep myself mentally busy.
Yeah.
Were you guys really busy for the last weekend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
All over the place?
Sunday wasn't terrible, but Saturday I think we end up having between on-site events, pickups and deliveries. We had like 12 things on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Friday was about the same.
So does someone stay at your location in New Buffalo and keep on passing out food from there too, besides you guys going all over
Like,
the United States?
Right now, currently, we set up out front Tuesday through Friday because we kind of leave Saturday open for events. But like if somebody calls ahead and says, hey, we want a pan of pork, pan of brisket, pan of mac, and we'll be there at 3:00 to pick it up. We'll be there at 3:00.
Okay, so there's nobody there.
No,
You guys
unless we
are
know.
about, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of cool. That's good that you guys do that too. Wow, I'm learning a lot about
Or delivery. Yeah. Like I said,
you deliver.
Yeah, I like money. So if somebody wants me to shit, if you want me to bring food to your house,
you go
so again, I
check
will
all
be
the
there.
avenues.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Make
try to accommodate.
Yeah.
You do a food gram?
Maybe.
Is that what you call it?
Wow, he's gonna sing and dance and
Dude, if I
pass the
You
food.
have-
if
there's
there's
He'll do anything for
if
money.
there's some green, you
There's
might
money involved.
you might see some flesh. I will shave my name in my back hair for $1.
Don't tell anybody. That'd be awesome.
No.
I haven't gone that far in my life yet.
Sounds like you would.
Shut up.
You said-
Don't tease me.
Sounds
I like
you
money
would.
too.
No, I mean,
I didn't have my good looks for nothing.
yeah, I just think that for us, it's always just been like, again, you just every year you try to get better and you try and see and what the trends are. And for us, it's like, especially up on the lake, people that are coming up for the weekends, it's odd to me, but I mean, we've had this situation happen before where they just want like food for like 12 people. We did it last weekend. I think it was Friday. Max went down there. It was food for 12 people.
Yeah.
12 people, but they want the bug and they want the sauces and they want the rough edge finished board and they want the show for 22 minutes, but they paid for it. I mean, and they don't care. They just want the convenience of it and they want it delivered. And,
Yeah.
and it's like,
That's
okay,
not cool though.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
really is.
It's more of an experience of having the show. Like you said, it's a show. Having the experience you set up and having the pictures with the bug and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. Kids
means
love
you're on
coming
the
by,
right-
look at it.
It definitely means you're on the right track. You're
That
doing
means-
something that's
Yeah.
Mhm.
that people
unique.
want to see.
Yeah.
And that's the key to any business being
The
being-
niche.
the niche. Not only that, just I don't know, being something that people want.
Mhm.
It's something that you have that people want and want to see on a regular basis.
Well, it's one of the things for me is always like, early in the season, because once you get started back up from being off for a while, you kind of, you're just always looking at stuff. And early in the season, somebody commented about the price of our brisket, and I still think it's kind of low compared to everything else. But so of course, Max is like, well, should we drop our prices? And Lexi, she's like, well, somebody complained. Well, she took care of it on Facebook and, blah, 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 and go through it. I'm like, so we served like 300 brisket sandwiches between Friday and Saturday, and one person complained. I'm going to take that chance. I would just think, I mean, it's like, now, like to me, it's like one of those things where, I think we talked about it within Max and Kayleen and all of us kind of, especially at work, the guys that work for us, because they all been with us for a while. It's like, okay, so if you get a brisket sandwich, okay, it's $13, but do you want the pickled carrots or the homemade sweet and butter pickles on it? Do you want, no one else is doing that. And they're still paying $13 for it. And we're doing homemade sauces. So do you want the homemade sauce on it? And so I think as long as we're giving them a service and we're giving them good product, people pay for it.
Hell yeah. I give you that. I don't think we hit this. How'd you get the name?
I just thought of it.
You just thought of it.
Yeah, it's like-
There's no pun intended. There's nothing behind it. There's nothing.
No,
You
it's
just read
real
it.
sexual innuendo.
No, not anything like that. I mean, you
Wood-
just.
Wouldn't stop.
Well, I thought it would stop because I thought it'd be all because my first thought was
That's
Right.
what I was kind of curious if you.
the first thought was we do the bug all hippie. And I'm like, okay, so if it's a hippie kind of bug anyway, so if you think about Woodstock, and I was like, so we did wood hyphenated stock and grill,
Yeah.
just because it was just different. And
Do you have to do the grill part if you do anything with kitchen? Because I noticed a lot of kitchen stuff or a lot of food trucks do like Woodstock Grill or Munchie Man Grill or anything out there that always has
I don't know.
just grill part after. I just
Something out besides what they're doing.
yeah, you have to have the grill part.
No, not all of them. Food truck.
I guess Woodstock and Grill sounds better than Woodstock and Stuff.
Yeah, or a truck,
Or-
Woodstock truck.
Woodstock truck. Yeah,
Woodstock and Me.
Woodstock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a really good.
You know they have something to cook, some of the food to feed you. Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, my bags.
I said back hair and you got it all.
No. I went boogie boarding and surfing today, so now the sunburn's finally kicking in, and I had to stretch out now. It's
Dude, what are you like 100 years old? You're out boogie boarding? Look at you.
hell, you're still boogie boarding.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
I applaud you.
I went boogie. Actually, I went surfing first.
He's
Then I went
younger than both of us.
I know. I might look old. I might lose my hair, but I don't care. It's going in my body.
What is your hair?
It's still
Oh, yeah.
still on you. It's just
Yeah,
not
it's
on
on.
my head. That's
It-
why I like
It wants to stay warm for the winter, so it says, "Screw that, it's going here."
Right. Yeah. The other parts of your body.
Hell yeah!
So, do you have any other new ideas coming up? I don't know. You probably don't want to talk about if you do, but
Oh no, I mean I think we just always
same.
He
same.
signed the waiver. He could say anything.
yeah, I mean that's one of the nice things about especially the environment we work in. The one guy that works for us, Bruce has been cooking for he is 100. I think he cooked for Abe Lincoln. I give him shit all the time. But Bruce is like 65.
Yeah.
And he's just a workhorse. Steve, who's been with us for 5 or 6 years, he's been a chef. And so it's just the idea of what sets us apart. What can we do? And let's just be creative about it. Max and Devin are both young into the business, but they come up with some really good ideas of stuff like, well, why don't we do this? And they're talking about less barbecue stuff and hey, what if we get like a flat grill next to the smoker? We do like Philly steak stuff and we do, and just that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like doing
yeah.
some wraps. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm down with that. We bought a hot dog cart.
So you're definitely open to suggestions at all
It's
times.
got to be hard because then you're dabbling in the other things that you're not used to, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think especially with my background and and some of the other guys that work for us, it's doable. It's just doing it right.
But you're not doing the quick serves like you're used to here.
That is correct.
See, now you're adding more time to your
Right.
opportunity that you're not used to.
So that's one of the things we had talked about. It's like, okay, so if you're going to do like a Philly steak, or if you're going to do like, peppers and onions and all that kind of stuff, we could actually be doing it on the flat grill and putting it back in the smoker and serving it that way, not
Yeah.
right off the grill. Or just something along those lines. As long as we're keeping it fresh and keeping it moving.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a show, but the problem that I kind of see with that is really more that it has to be specific to the person. Like if Devin or Max or Steve, they would have to be the one to do it. Like right now we have the pizza bug. Max, only the two people that have done it is me and Max. So it's like, if we get a call for it, it's like one of the two of us are going, which means he's going, not me, because it's hot out there and I'm very gentle.
So are these just your basic pizzas, or do you have like your own signature pizza?
No, we just get this. We get a really nice. We do a brisket pizza. We do a barbecue with pork. We do a tree hugger that has like pesto and artichokes and that kind of stuff. Just more. And obviously, you have to have a cheese. You always have to have pepperoni.
I will say something totally off the wall. It's off the subject. For Nardo, he had Evelyn May's food truck. He had Evelyn May's pulled pork, bird ends, and mac and cheese on their pizza down at Nardo's over the weekend.
He said he had a lot of different varieties of pizza.
He always does.
I hear he does a really good job. I've not had it.
You should have had Nardo's pizza. We love the guy.
Yeah, I heard
that's
a lot
where
of
we
good
that's
stuff
where we
about
had
it.
our 100th show out down in the behind the bar where he used to work at and had the whole idea for this whole thing. And he let us go down there, and it was phenomenal.
Good pizza.
He has great pizza.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Yeah. But yeah, he had a bird end mac and cheese pizza. That made me think of it when you said that. So yeah.
See those type of pizzas. Like say for instance,
Something like that you could do,
right?
yeah.
They have their niche, their all their pizza and their sauce or whatever. Does that like make you more I don't know, alert that you have to be on your toes at all times, because this brand of pizza in St. Joe has all types of stuff. And they
Right.
do monthly pizzas all year round.
No, Silver Beach doesn't.
They don't do that.
No,
Then-
they stop from. It goes from Labor Day to
oh, that's what
Memorial Day to Labor Day.
So they do it.
They don't do
so
it. They stop it.
So like for us, I think, I mean, we're always kind of, before it was like you're always kind of like chasing whatever it is that you just want to be, you know. And so like I'll see barbecue people like Evelyn Mays. I mean, I know that guy pretty well.
I hope so. You guys are in the same town, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of. He went to school with my nephew, so I know him. I mean, not well, but I wish him well. But you see all these other upstart barbecue guys, and I'll just pop in just to see what they've got. And it's,
Yeah.
I mean, again, everybody does pulled pork, but it's like, yeah, we're just different, you know. And I had somebody say to me, it's like, oh, so and so's like, you know, catching up with you. I'm like, yeah, we got 10, they got 1. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good for
right,
you.
Right.
You
right.
got your one event today. We got
Right.
10, you know, I mean, and so for me, it's like, but again, it's like not wanting to be like everybody else, you know, just in trying to give a different service and a different experience when they come to us. And so I've been really lucky as far as, we've been lucky with some of our employees that they've been with us for a while. And it's interesting because they all have their own shtick when you come up and how they talk to you and how they relate to you. And so it's good. You know, I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, I always tell the guys, I tried to have our new people work with Max and Steve and even Devin, so they could just hear how they talk. Because I try to explain to those kids, because I don't generally get them out with them as much, because those I'm kind of more behind the scenes doing stuff. But I always tell them, I said, you know, one of the best experiences I had, we went to a hippie fest down in
Niles.
no, it
Wasn't that
it
one?
was down past Fort Wayne, and it was Kayleen and I, and we went down, and Steve and I went on a Saturday, and we just got demolished, and we sold out. We did, you know, X amount of sales, and it's like, oh, that's fantastic. It's, you know, that was great. So we have to double up another day. Steve had to go somewhere else. Kayleen came with me, and she grew up in a family business at a campground in Buchanan. So we're working together, and so it's like I'm basically running the smoker. She's waiting on customers, and so somebody comes up and is like, "I'll have a pulled pork sandwiches." Kayleen's first response, because she grew up in a family business, is, "You want chips with that, or you want a side of mac and cheese with it?" "Oh, yeah, sure." "Oh, do you want a water with that?" "I can give you a basket deal. I mean, you can get a whole bundle if you can get it all and a cookie for like
Upsell,
$15. It's like, yeah, they didn't even know they wanted it. And so like I tell the kids, I said, as soon as they order something, would you like a side with that? Side of mac,
Yeah.
side of Brussels
Yep.
sprouts, whatever.
So the other
And
stuff.
so,
Yeah.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where the money's at. And so like just that influence from her was like huge. And so I try to tell the kids, I'm like, because at the end of the day, you know, especially when you get high school kids, you get them trained, but they all want to kind of hang out together. Well, what happens is like, okay, so I'm at the farmer's market at wherever, and I got 2 kids working, and they make $50 in tips. All of a sudden, they're thinking, so I got to split this. I can do this by myself.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's, you know, that's when they start separating out. It's like, and those kids come back the next year and the next year, because it's like, yeah, you know, it's a great, for college kids, it's a great summer job. They're outside,
Yeah.
they're eating barbecue, they're seeing
Oh, yeah,
people.
definitely,
Because
definitely.
95% of the people that come up and get barbecue or food, they're just having a good time, and they're just chill, and they just want to have a good time. So these kids are coming up, and we've tried to get to the point now where if Devin's going out or Steve's going out or Max is going out, they go to the same locations, because they start recognizing people, and they're sort of like, hey, last time you came, you had the spicy strawberry. You want to try the blueberry habanero this time? Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a good suggestion. Thanks. So people like the idea that they're being recognized and being seen again. And
Yeah.
they recognize the familiar faces. That means the kids are getting tipped more, or employees are getting tipped more. So
What's
it's
the
good.
What's the oldest employee that you have selling stuff that still goes up? You said,
Steve's probably early 40s.
what's he look like?
Steve looks like a lumberjack.
Yeah.
Big beard,
Oh, yeah,
red beard,
okay.
bald
Yeah,
head.
you always see him all the time every time I go out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Steve's
Yeah.
Steve's out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. He still works for you. Yeah, because I think it's been at least the last time. No, well, not the last time I had you guys. Probably the first time I had you guys, he was there, and then I always see him at the watermark.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. So now it went from Steve and then Max. No, Devin is our guy at Watermark. He was there Saturday and Sunday, but they do a pretty good. I mean, I really like the guys at Watermark are awesome. Those guys are just crazy.
Still trying to get you guys on Watermark. Yep. See, there's another person says they love you.
Well, we do. We used to be every weekend up there.
Yeah.
But and kind of like your point, it's like they were smart enough to say, "Hey, listen, we're gonna like spread it out so they can see different, and they want to see different people too."
Yeah.
So, but every time we go up there, we kill it. We do well. I think we're up there 6 or 7 times this year, and like I said, those guys they're phenomenal what they do in marketing, and you talk about a fun place to work. Those guys are they're having a great time with what they do. So, yeah.
Well, top of the hour? Okay. All right, guys. We're at the top of the hour. This is the Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast, episode 103. What you doing?
No, you're down.
Episode 103. I am James Gill, your host, Joe Hill, your co-host, and we have our guest, Tim Kerrigan, on for the Woodstock Grill.
Now you get
What? Oh, I was in. Don't stop tempting me with a good time. Anyway, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe button and the bell notification and like button for more podcasts. You stop doing that. Wait.
I'm getting it ready. Shut up.
Anyway,
Big dummy.
Fight. Mommy and daddy are fighting. I feel
we're
sad.
gonna get Steve in here. Keep the show out. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe button for more notifications and more content every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. And thank you guys for joining us. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty and back to this podcast. Look at that, man.
It's even got its own protective coating.
Look at that. Yeah, we're about to get in. Wow, look at that.
Now you can talk about it. Better.
All right, let's get. Yeah, you just kind of tell us what we got here.
So you got mac and cheese. We got a potato casserole. On this side here, the Korean chicken, pulled pork and brisket, smoked Brussels sprouts, and we got bacon wrapped Polish sausage, and then we've got spare ribs. We don't sauce our ribs necessarily or any of our meats because and then over here we got all our different sauces and all our toppings, so you guys can kind of dip and taste and.
Right up front. That out, Joe.
These.
Like perfect.
Now you can see it.
You had them all already?
Pretty much, except the Korean barbecue.
See, we have what's cherry barbecue.
Yep.
Do
you like sweet or spicy?
He's more of the chef, so.
I don't mind any sweet, spicy, doesn't matter.
See, do you like jalapeno?
Yeah, I do.
Try that.
This is right.
That's our white
Alabama
barbecue.
White.
Yeah. It's got cilantro.
The second time I've seen white barbecue sauce. I never actually had it.
Never had a
Alabama white sounds better than fancy mayonnaise.
I never had these before, so.
Oh, the Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I never had a Brussels sprout that's from a food truck.
He's a Brussels sprout virgin. Look at you.
Yeah, I love Brussels sprouts.
I gave you a container for a reason.
I just want to try this.
I know where those boats go.
Is
that the brisket? You got the brisket, I think.
Oh, these are good. What's the seasoning on them?
Onion, butter, salt, pepper, red pepper flake.
These are good. I really don't like Brussels sprouts. I kind of hate them, but these are awesome.
It's one of our best sides. Our sides.
To be honest, this is I hate Brussels sprouts, but you might turn me on Brussels sprouts.
That's really good.
It's got a little bit of a bite, but it doesn't burn you up.
No,
look at you.
I love spicy foods. This is good.
Yeah, it's just not typical barbecue,
No, it's not.
All right. You had some of that. I'll eat some of them in a minute. I had to try these because they looked awesome.
You should try the Brussels sprouts with the white on them. The white barbecue.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
Can't reach my headphones.
There you go.
Almost got caught. So, how'd you think of all this stuff, though? The ideas or the sauces?
So, how long did it take you to figure out I'm a genius?
You're
I mean, besides being super good looking.
dead, good-looking man.
No, it's just, I mean, just
Yeah, that's
trying to
right.
be a little different, try to come up with different stuff and something that everybody doesn't see.
That is good with the rest.
Yeah.
These are good. Sorry. Taking another.
Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting. It's like for us, we sell a lot of Brussels sprouts, and somebody's like, "You sell Brussels sprouts?" I'm like, "A lot
Yeah,
of
that's why.
Brussels
That's
sprouts,
why I'm shocked that you sell Brussels sprouts.
a ton." But it's just different, It's like a gratin potatoes. We sell a ton of gratin potatoes. I would think on a smoker, but
God,
That's really
awesome.
good. That's really good. Wow.
I
All right,
like
you
the
got to try some
sauce.
more stuff, Joe.
All right. Keep going.
okay. So, do you guys like onions?
Oh yeah,
No.
he does. He doesn't. I do.
I'm allergic to onions.
Okay, so these are pickled onions, which you can eat on your stuff. These are bread and butter pickles, but they have onions in, so
Yeah.
don't eat them.
Technically,
It might be fun to watch, but
Technically, I have had everything you had except Brussels sprouts. I'd never had your mashed potatoes before.
they're pretty good.
I'll be honest with you. What's the thing on the end?
Mac and cheese,
Mac and cheese.
and then there's ribs.
I've had the ribs. I've had the ribs. The only thing meat wise I've not had was your Korean barbecue yet.
Try it; it's good. It's good stuff.
I know you sold Korean barbecue. So you said you're a mastermind of what? Well, besides barbecue, while we eat, you can answer this question. What do you like to cook on your own or for your lovely wife that's in the corner? And no offense, nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Listen, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard. I mean, to me, just normal stuff. I mean, like
What's normal stuff? You
like-
cook barbecue. What's normal?
going out to the lake. We got a camper out of Clear Lake, and cooking hamburgers or brats or any of that kind of stuff. Just
Normal
You know?
food. That's
Yeah.
That's actually that is normal. I love your white sauce. The Chivas white sauce is awesome.
I mean, it's just kind of, like I think we were just talking about on the way up here. It's like, food's one of those things where it's like, it's for good times, it's for bad times. It's like, it's comfort foods. So it's like for me, I like to cook everything. Being a chef, I've done everything from ice carvings to wedding cakes and,
Seriously?
oh yeah, I did my daughter's wedding cake. We did food trucks for her thing.
So what is your go-to meal that you like to cook for yourself?
Uh,
I know you get tired of cooking, probably.
No, I mean, I'm not. I mean, you don't get this physique by being picky on what you eat. I've lost like 140 pounds. Seriously. I mean, I was really, really fat before this, but
You can't tell. You hold it well.
I like anything pasta. I do love pasta. I mean, any of that kind of stuff. Rice, anything with rice in it, I could pretty much eat. Grilled cheese sandwiches, I can eat with bologna on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there you go.
that kind of stuff. I mean, I just love everything.
Mm.
Hot dogs. How do you hate a hot dog?
So,
But I grew up super poor. You know what I mean? Like we were really well off growing up. So
Yeah.
it's like, we've talked, Bruce and I've talked about this 1,000 times. It's like, one, you appreciate it more.
Mhm.
And two, people that are poor have to take a bad piece of meat and turn it into good by seasoning it and cook it correctly. And, people call it soul or they call it
Yeah.
whatever, but it is what it is. And so like for me growing up, we eat a lot of noodles. We eat a lot of
yeah, I do too. I
You know,
still eat a lot of my
sauerkraut.
Yep. Oh, I hate sauerkraut. My family always had. Yeah, I might have been somewhat well off. For when we lived.
St. Joe kid. Figured.
Yeah, living on the beach.
Boogie boarding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go boogie board.
Yeah, hell yeah. My mom actually just told me a story how I used to run across the street at 10 years old and see which way higher than others. So which board I need to grab. Yeah. But no, we had steak once a week. And it was always on a Wednesday. Pasta was always on a Friday because my mom hated pasta. So me and my dad she cooked pasta for us, but we always had noodles or steak, or one night we had breakfast night because it's something that was down there, something that we can eat. So yeah, it's how my family lived, is how they survived to have a house on the beach and still have a house on the beach. What are you eating there?
Bacon
Bacon
wrap
wrap.
sauce,
I've never had that either, actually. I've never seen that.
blueberry habanero.
Let's try that. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him all the sauces because like I said, he's very excited because I bring people on that I've had, and now he's experiencing it.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. Very so. Not only that, I love trying new things too.
I know you do.
I'm not even a cheese guy. I'm gonna try the mac and cheese just because.
Oh, that looks awesome.
That's probably one of our best sellers. Mac and cheese with our deluxe mac and cheese with like pork on it or
Oh, yeah.
brisket or
I usually get the mac and cheese with pork.
yeah.
Always. Every time. It's like a big giant bowl.
Thanks.
So
That guy was way off.
I'm gonna ask the baby in the corner. What do you like for him to cook for you? Do you like to have a special moment?
She doesn't want to be on.
She doesn't have to be on. He can answer it.
There's
He knows. He knows.
there's a, maybe this moment in the morning when she's just waking up. She wants daddy to be cooking. Hey, if you're not answering, quiet down, woman. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh damn!
It relaxed me. That's my afterglow. You know,
I get that.
but
Too.
she's, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, if we're cooking at home, whatever, it's just you appreciate somebody doing something for you. So she's not very picky, and you know, we're not real super fancy people.
the best way to go.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
This is awesome. How you doing that over there?
Good, man. That's really good barbecue. The blueberry habanero is really
Yeah.
good. It's really good.
I'm not a big habanero fan though.
And the onions are really good too.
Thanks.
Oh, see, I don't like onions. Thank you for telling me that they were good. Yeah, taste that. That is delicious. Yeah,
You gotta try that barbecue sauce. You
Which
probably
one?
have blueberry.
I'm not a big blueberry fan. I'm not a big blueberry fan. I don't
The
know why. I
best.
never have. I don't like really blueberries. I don't like blueberry pie.
They're
no-
sneaky,
No?
right?
Yeah,
They're good. They're small, but yeah.
I was never a big blueberry fan.
Yeah, I like
This is fantastic. Never had this before.
oh, bacon wrap sausage.
Yeah,
Now you can put any of these sauces on the ribs here.
yeah. They usually have them off to the side.
Do you like mustard or no?
Yeah, I do.
Southern
Let's
Gold.
try it.
I mean, just dip in it. I mean, that's my thing. I say I don't like barbecue, but I don't like smothered in it. You know what I mean? I like to dip exactly how you're eating the pork and how you're doing. Just dipping a little bit in and tasting it, because then I don't think you're just drowning it in flavor.
I'll tell you, I found another white guy that can cook barbecue.
There's two of us.
Bam,
Yeah.
bam. No, that's what I was saying. This guy is way. I said, man, you sound stupid right now when you say that. And then I'm glad that he's proven wrong.
Let's go to his house. Let's meet him. Let's
Here,
do it
taste
on live.
this, mother. Taste this.
Shove it down the throat.
I dare you to come out on this porch. Tell me I don't know how to cook.
No, this is really good. It's really good.
Oh wow, that Korean barbecue is awesome. What sauce would you put on that though?
It's already sauce. It's
That's
like
what I
a
thought.
Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted that extra, which one would it kind of go with? It's kind of curious. I'm done with it.
Probably. I mean,
I'd use the white.
probably the white. Yeah. Good call. See? Look at that. I told you be quiet back there.
And you put her in a corner too.
Yeah.
That Carolina Gold is really good too.
She's not gonna stay there long.
Yeah, I don't want to do ribs today. You're
No?
dropping. You're dropping, big dummy.
It's okay.
Yeah, we just started messing with Bruce had said that about 2 weeks ago. He's like, let's get some spare ribs in. So he cleans them
Those are
off
really
and
good.
does the takes the tips off of them. We do the tips too. But-
I don't like test food touching. Never have
What's that?
my food touching.
Oh,
Oh. So one of the same match.
Right. It's not. It's not. I've had it. I've had them all. Because every time I see you guys, I try something new on my blueberries. I tried the blueberry. I tried all of them. I think the best one that I like the most is the two right there in front of him,
Oh, the white and the southern
and
gold.
then would be your classic barbecue. I do like the classic barbecue. I like how yours barbecue tastes a little bit more. It's not tangy. It's not too sweet, so it's right there in between, and you can that it's like a mild type of barbecue.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
down the middle for sure.
Yep, it's definitely down the middle.
Hmm.
Wow.
Things good.
Oh yeah, I never had the mashed potatoes. That's good. Cheesy mashed potatoes too,
Mm,
with a little bit of clove.
no,
No,
way off.
way off.
Now you just sound stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Now you're
booed.
just making up stuff.
Now you're gonna get me booed. Chives.
No,
Just
it's
kidding. Now you just
it's
get
got yeah, it's got onion, cheese, parsley.
Yeah, there you go.
It's kind of like nutmeg, I guess, or cloves. What did you say?
It's clove.
What did you say? Clove?
Clove.
Mhm.
There's no clove. Zero
So-
clove.
My parents put my grandparents put clove on their
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's not. It's not insanely
or
crazy.
they get a little bit of the garlic. That's why I thought clove instead of saying garlic because it doesn't taste like garlic.
I should have been a better
Sorry.
guest. I should say, yeah, absolutely. What a great palate. You picked that clove right out of there, didn't you? Is that star anise? It tastes? Yes, it is. What?
It's clove.
It's not clove.
Wow.
All right.
Dude, you guys should just sign me up to hang out with you. I'll sit here and roast you guys all damn day.
We never had people roast me before. Sorry, you're not
Bring-
the first.
Bring people in. More
Definitely.
people.
You definitely won't be the last to roast me. I like the mashed potatoes too. So you can get all this at the food truck, or is it time to time different things at different times?
Yeah, we switch it out. Like sometimes we'll do a ground potatoes. We always have mac and cheese. We always have pork and
Yeah.
brisket, some kind of chicken. We usually try to do the sprouts, or we do like a jalapeno corn as well. That's, it's hard to bring everything. Sometimes we have ribs, sometimes we do spare ribs,
Okay.
sometimes we do tips. We always have another kind of protein though somewhere in there.
You ever tried vegan type stuff or gluten free?
Yeah, I mean, our cowboy beans are vegan. Sprouts obviously are. We were just talking about it on the way up here. We're going to do it this week because we have a party on Friday. We're not going to make it vegan, but they wanted collard greens, and so we do a corn casserole as well. But we're going to do. We're messing around with doing like black eyed peas with collard greens in them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to like do sausage, like kind of like a ground sausage
You
in
are
it.
going southern on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's
Yeah.
not something no one's doing up
I
here.
love it.
Yeah, it's just good. It's just good food. That's all it is, really. So, yeah, we keep messing around with stuff, seeing different things. We're gonna do turkey, I think, next week.
You ever thought about like a little bit smoked fish or kind
It's so hard. I mean, we love the idea of it. It's just so hard to keep it in the smoker without it getting overcooked. And
Okay.
I mean, we do a small batch as it goes. Okay, we've done like a lobster mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna do a mac and cheese with like a. Yeah. We've done
Yeah.
shrimp, like a queso mac with shrimp in it before. So yeah, we'll mess around with that a little bit.
I'm just like watching you eat, buddy.
Just a little bit
Look,
at a time.
look at you. He's like in heaven right now. He's tasting all the sauces and everything. Look at him. He loves to cook though. He loves to cook. He dabbles in his own cooking, his own little atmosphere at his house and everything else. He does. He's a. I'm gonna get it wrong again. I always say it wrong.
That bar-
Introvert. He's an introvert.
That blueberry barbecue sauce is really good.
Look.
I like it. Is that the habanero?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
blueberry habanero.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I like that.
Did you take spicy strawberry too?
I just tasted strawberry.
There's a spicy. I didn't see the spicy.
I just tasted that one.
Will you grab me that one, James? Oh, I'll see. Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you,
That's
James.
really good.
Thank you, sexy one.
We all have our roles in life,
Yeah.
I suspect.
Let me do.
I'll put it on.
Well, that's really good. I'm gonna try that classic barbecue.
Yeah, you should try the class. You'll like the classic. I think. I think you'll like the classic.
Give them all a shot.
You should. This is why he offered to bring it. I offered to ask.
Oh yeah,
for it.
definitely. If you guys don't go out, don't see this guy or any spot he's located at,
Oh hell yeah!
you're missing out.
They are missing out if they don't.
I agree.
Mix it out.
I'd have to concur with your assessment.
Hell yeah, like I said, this stuff actually.
Really good.
How long does it take to smoke?
Years. We started when I was 5.
5.
Yeah, we anywhere between 12 and 17
So,
hours.
who'd you learn to cook from?
My dad,
Your
and
dad?
growing up, and then you kind of one of those things when, for me, I say this, but I'm not the smartest person in the world. So in high school, it was all
Yeah,
about.
you are. You're a smartass. There you go.
Well, I am a smart ass. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
You are.
so when I got to culinary school, it was like, yeah, they really don't care that you don't read well or you don't know how to do algebra, but as long as you can use a knife and make stuff, I mean, so for me, it was like I elevated quickly.
I like that spice. Strawberry. Fresh strawberries or no?
Pardon me?
Fresh strawberries or
Yeah,
no?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Do you get all your
I
stuff
play
local?
I play a violin to soften their core, so they're sweeter. I pick them when they're 17 days,
In?
not any older, not any younger. Yeah.
Sweet. Good for you.
Yeah.
You
Don't make me hit my own button. Don't make me hit my own button. Do I have to hit my own button?
Yes.
Are we done yet? Can you please leave?
Here. I just got.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Some good stuff.
So what do you think, James?
I like it. I'm gonna taste this yet. This is carrots.
Yeah, they're a little bit different, but they're good with the Korean chicken.
Oh, that's really good.
Because all the food is on.
I didn't like the mac and cheese in there. Like I said, I'm not
I
a
didn't taste it.
mac and cheese person
That's
at
all.
all.
Why are you making a cheese person?
Cheese.
Oh, that's right. I love mac and cheese. Who doesn't like mac and cheeses, bro? What's wrong with you?
Tried it. I'm not saying that even. I said even that's good. I'm just not a mac and cheese person. Good. Good food.
Add the pulled pork to it. There you go, buddy.
Good food.
It is. So, where's the next place they're gonna be venturing out? How far do you go up north? Do you go?
We go as far as there's money.
He told you
That is
before.
not a joke.
He told you before. He loves money.
We went to Chicago. Was it last year, Kay? We went to
You went to
Chicago.
Chicago?
Oh yeah, yeah. They were having a master's party in their driveway.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
we drove through Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a master's just that weekend.
Yes. They had us there for 2 hours. Then we did a wedding up in Manistee.
Wow. So, how do you do that then? Because that's a 4-hour drive.
So what we did is we pre-did everything, pulled it all off, got it cold,
Okay.
and we took one of the full bugs that had propane heaters in it.
Okay.
We heated that thing up with wood and the propane to level it out to about 450.
Mhm.
Put everything in it. Took us about an hour to heat it all back up.
Okay.
Served it. We served about 150 people in about 45 minutes.
That's
We
amazing.
we spent more time in the car driving up there
Yeah.
and back, but it's a good time. I mean, there was somebody that they had met us at the New Buffalo Farmers Market. They're like, man, do you remember that day they came in and talked to us, Kay? The people about the wedding. It was like, they were from Chicago, and they're like, I said, well, if we're going to go to Manistee, it's going to be like, and it was Labor Day. It was Labor Day weekend. And so we're already planning on going out to the lake, and they're like, she's sitting behind them doing something, and they're like, oh, it's on Labor Day weekend. Kay's like, just shaking her head no. And I'm like, so I mean, it's holiday weekend, so we're gonna have to charge you extra. Oh, that's fine. He's like, I'm just throwing out these absurd numbers because it's like I just really don't want to do it. And finally, it's like they're just whatever I want to. We really want you to do this.
And they
So the number was like crazy. Okay, and you have to pay me in cash and buy me a car, and give me a back rub. You know. Okay, yes. It's like if they want us that bad and they're gonna give us money, we'll go. And we did. Max and I went up there and did it.
So besides people knowing who you are in the local area and everything else, and word of mouth, do you solicitate or say, hey, like a new business that just opened up? Excuse me. Say, hey, I would like to have my food truck out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Do
we
you- do
don't.
you?
Yeah, we're actually, it's funny, we were just last night, it was last night or the night before last. It was the night before last. It was about Keelan was working, so I was texting with Lexi, my youngest, and who's doing the social media stuff. And I was like, I had this idea. Why don't we like reach out to all the factories, Ace Hardwares, all these places, and say, hey, so let us do your employee appreciation meal, and instead of being a $15 meal, we'll do it for $9. And we'll get a side and a sandwich and a side. And if they want to upgrade it to 10, then get us a brownie with it. If they want to upgrade it to 11, they get a drink with it, so they get a full meal. But keep it low, not $17. Make it affordable, so we can get our foot in the door and gain more, business that way. Because a lot of people don't know or don't think about it. It's like you were saying, well,
Yeah.
you should talk to us about your Christmas party. Well, middle of the summer, they can drop a couple $100 or $500 and feed their employees. And that's a good way of saying, hey, thank you for being a good employee. And it doesn't cost them a whole lot of money. And we get the exposure of, because again, if we feed 50 people, we hand out 30 business cards, we might get 10 parties off of that.
I keep trying to tell our owner that we need to have a food truck on a Wednesday. Because no offense, I love Great Lakes Eye Care. They do a food truck every Wednesday by Great Lakes Eye Care right there on that little side road. And I said, we can do it on maybe a Saturday, or have it on a Saturday and say, hey, and have a grill out there going on, having an onion on it. Like actually we've been doing, just having an onion on a big green egg.
Yeah.
And let the smoke come from it, and have that person that's outside selling whatever they're selling doing right that.
Yeah.
And say, hey, we have them for 2 hours. How hard is it? They get their advertising for themselves and everything else. He's still thinking about it. So
Well, and I think some of the stuff that we've done in the past, and not that we do it all the time, but certainly, to get our foot in the door and do stuff. It's like, if they come out with a receipt that they bought something at your store, we'll give them $1 off their sandwiches. It's like a customer appreciation type thing.
wow, those pickles are good.
Thanks. There's zucchini.
Did you that zucchini?
Yeah.
I
Are you allergic to zucchini?
No, I
Speaking of puff up,
I hate zucchini.
No,
That
you
was
don't.
awesome.
Yeah.
see,
That's zucchini. That's not a pickle.
it's a pickled zucchini.
Oh, it's a pickled zucchini. Actually,
It's still a zucchini though.
yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, see, look at people. I'm trying new food.
We're changing people's lives here.
Yeah, you are actually. I want more pickled zucchinis now. I never had those or pickled zucchini until today. Look at me doing something new to James. Are you proud of me?
You're good. You're good.
And he makes his own brownies that you're not going to taste it right now, are you? Because you're.
I don't know. Right now. Good digest. But it's good stuff, man. That's
Thanks.
Good stuff.
What sauce? Okay, if you had to pick one sauce right now, if you went back to the food truck on a Friday night and you saw him, what would it be?
I tell you what,
Kind of partial to the three of them right now.
Yeah,
you know what I tell you to do? I'd say you get the pork, mix the white and the blueberry habanero on it.
Those are my two right there. And the gold is really good too. It's like the classic barbecue. That's awesome too. Yeah. Mine would probably be the blueberry habanero. But you said mixed with the white?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's awesome.
that sounds good.
Try it right now.
No,
Just do it.
No, I won't.
Do it. Just do it. Look at me.
No,
Do it. Do
no.
it.
I'm gonna hold off, man.
He's a bully.
He tries.
Are you bullying him?
He tries.
It's kind of fun watching this past. It's
He tries.
kind of a
That's what
sick
people say.
fascination.
That's what people say. We like how you banter back and forth. This is awesome. I thought we hired. We're just two brothers that
It's okay.
known each other since I was 16.
You both went to St. Joe?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. He did. He's St. John Nate. I was one been to Harvard.
What year did you graduate?
91.
Oh, you're young.
91.
Remember Willie? Big Will?
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah,
Great wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Great wrestling coach. I wrestled him in high school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Was he tough?
He's state champ. Yeah. No, he
Was
so back then it was unlimited.
Yeah.
Right. So I think he was I think Will was a freshman, and I was maybe a junior. Now it's 198 pounds, maybe 200. He's close to 3.
Yeah. Big dude.
But dude, he was a supreme athlete. I mean, he's state champion in wrestling, all state in football and track.
Yeah.
And he could shoot. I mean, he's a basketball. I mean, he could play basketball, but we were wrestling in Buchanan, and I swear to God, he bear hugged me. He grabbed a hold of me, bear hugged me. And I was like, all I could do was I took my chin and jammed it right into his collarbone, and he went right to his back, and I pinned him. He never forgot it. We'd be at the tournaments. I'd sit down next to him, and we'd start talking. I said, "Remember that time I pinned you?" He goes, "Man, you were mean. That was just not right." I'm like, "Dude, I thought you were gonna kill me." I mean, he was 300 pounds, and he was, like I said, he had big hands.
Yeah.
Just a good dude. I was so sad to hear he passed. And, just a great guy.
I'm gonna have to ask you this question. It's really off the subject besides food and everything else, because we do that, and sometimes, for some reason, we haven't done that today until now. College football. Who are you? Go on.
Okay. So I was always Penn State until they killed Joe Paterno.
Oh, yeah.
So I really soured me on
Yeah.
college football.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
that actually did sour me too, how they did that too.
I just the whole
Papa Joe,
idea
yeah.
was wrong. I mean, so every
was.
year
It
I do
was.
like the college football stuff, and I'll follow Notre Dame a little bit,
There you go.
I mean,
That's what I was hoping.
I don't know.
Being close to being in
My
the
best
canon.
friend's a U of M. He keeps telling me, you got to go to the big house for at least one game. Just go with me one time.
It's crazy there.
That's
Yeah.
what he said. And
Crazy
I'm
there.
not against it. I mean, I love football, obviously. So, I'm more of a pro guy. So
Who's your pro team?
Steelers.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. My dad was from Pittsburgh. So we go, we try to go to at least one game a year,
Yeah,
go to
it's like
training camp.
Pittsburgh, Penn State.
But the funny thing is in Pittsburgh, it's not Penn State, it's Notre Dame.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. A
Seriously?
lot of Catholics. Yeah. I mean, we used to, when we were young, when I was at Knollwood,
Yeah.
Kayleen and I would I'd get off work at like 11 o'clock. We'd drive all night. So I'm trying to listen for scores for Penn State as we're getting in through Ohio. Notre Dame.
Oh, really?
Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Wow.
Notre Dame. Yeah, it's weird.
So how do you? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. You interrupted me and it was rude, and I lost
Yeah.
track.
Yeah. Good job, Joe.
But
Oh, my bad.
no, so what were you asking?
Actually, about Steelers, I just saw on actually Facebook Aaron Rodgers coming out of the locker room. How do you feel about that?
What did he do?
How do you feel about having Aaron Rodgers though?
So
being a Steelers.
as I'm scratching my eyes, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it's going to happen. I have to support it because I'm a Steeler fan. I cannot not be a Steeler fan. I'm not one of those fans where it's like, oh, he's our quarterback. I'm really hoping he gets impaled and Will Howard is our quarterback. And if we're gonna suck, then at least we suck with a young guy that's gonna get better.
What did
But listen, and you guys can come back. He might come out and kill it.
Wait a minute, what happened to Russell?
Well,
He went to the Giants.
Giants,
Oh,
yeah.
did he go? I didn't know.
He loved Pittsburgh, but not enough.
I'm shocked.
The money was better. I really like Justin Fields, to be honest with you. I didn't hate that kid. I just don't think he ever got a fair shake.
They didn't.
He didn't get a fair shake at the Bears. And I mean, he's playing well for the Steelers in confidence. So
I think he got a good share at the Bears because we're both Bears fans. My
He just didn't have the coaching.
he didn't. Yeah,
well, he had 3 offensive coordinators
Yeah,
in the years he
yeah.
was there.
and he
4
had no,
years
he had no
there.
offensive line.
Right.
They're building offensive line around the guy that they have now. Finally, they're building offensive line, but they really didn't have an offensive line when Justin Fields was there. So he had to run. He had to run.
My only problem with that style of quarterback and Lamar Jackson, I mean, being in the AFC North drives me crazy, but those guys take so many hits.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I mean, Michael Vick was, a huge talent.
Well, he got hurt in his rookie year,
Yeah.
broken ankle.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like they get banged up. And so it's like, and the thing is like Pittsburgh, not that we're world beaters the last 4 or 5 years, but
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's only beaten us 3 times in 4 or 5 years because we just say, okay, hey, listen, throw it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put 10 on the line, wait for you.
So you go to games a lot in Pittsburgh?
We try to at least get one a year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite game if you go? if you had a choice?
Probably the best game we saw was we went on Christmas night. It was a Christmas night game against the Ravens. That was
That'd
crazy.
be a cool game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 2 or 3 years has not been great just because we lose. It's like, oh hey, we're gonna play the Jets. They're shitty. This has got to be a win. Oh no, it's not going to be a win.
That's
So
true.
it's 900 degrees outside, and the beer you can't drink beer fast enough. Oh hey, the Patriots have won one game. Let's go see that game. Oh no, they pulled a guy out of retirement who's 103. He's going to throw 4 touchdowns against us. So yeah, it's just. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm on a soapbox.
It's
But
changed.
I love
Oh,
Mike
you could be on a
Tomlin
soapbox.
as a coach.
Yeah.
But
He's been there forever.
he can't beat bad teams. I mean, back to back the year, we're killing it. I mean, we got like 10 wins, 3 losses, whatever. Here comes the 1-win Patriots, beat us. The 2-win Cardinals the next week, beat us at home,
Yeah.
You
back
can't-
to back.
I don't think you can blame the coach on that one. I think you can blame the players to think it's an easy win for them.
Yeah, but when it's year in and year out, it's like, how do the coaches not get them ready for it? How do you? I mean,
Exactly. If you're a good coach,
you don't turn around and lose the Cardinals and then beat the 2-loss Ravens in Baltimore the next week. They're getting ready for somebody.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's so. But he's never had a losing season, and I mean,
So your football season is going to be starting soon in Buchanan,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yep.
What, end of this month, isn't it?
yeah. I think they play the first game in August. I don't do
Yeah.
a lot in the summer because of our business.
So you don't leave your business now to go coach until you are totally done and then you
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, the coach we have at Buchanan, Mark Fry's great. He's a good dude, and he was my boss at Buchanan until he just moved to the RISA in Berrien. And he just, I told him, I said, I can't give a lot of time during the summer, but he'll have me come down and work with the offensive defensive line a little bit. But I'll be up in the box on Friday nights, and he'll just, hey, what are they doing on defense? What are they doing on offense? Can you keep an eye on this guy or whatever? And he always says, I don't get too worked up about anything too much. And so it's like,
I can't tell.
he's like, he says, you're really calming to me when you're up there. So it's like, I go and do what I can.
You
when I can.
you guys had a great season the last year, didn't you?
Yeah, he's been, I mean, I tell you, it's, and I don't know, I'm a firm believer of this. And I mean, to me, how many D1 athletes are we sending out of Berrien County?
A
Not
lot.
many.
Not many.
Not many.
I think
And so, well, I mean,
D1,
D1?
D1,
No.
D1,
at least D1, we're sending a lot. Nothing higher. I think we're sending.
That's the highest
that
one.
is the highest.
That is the highest.
I thought they're
D3 is the lowest,
Yeah.
or JUCO.
maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Give him some more. We could have him do all
Fuck.
kinds of stupid shit
Right there.
until you're in. Get that gin. Throw that thing up a
You're
gin.
right. Sip on that wine for the next 20 minutes.
So, I mean, we got, for me, Mark brings these kids in, and he's kind of built a culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Wednesday morning and there's 45 kids in there lifting in
Right.
the winter for football and
Right,
wrestling
yeah.
and whatever. And so it's like, and to me, it's like, I mean, you're building a support system for a lot of kids that's wrestling too for us. It's like,
Yeah.
the coach that I coached with for 20 years before he passed, he was my high school coach in football and wrestling. Frank would always say, hey, they need us more than we need them. And so you got a lot of kids out there that don't have dads or moms that are,
Right.
That show up to games. And sometimes you got to be hard. Sometimes you got to be, I'm brutally honest about everything. And so, but those kids they'll listen because they know I'm not bullshitting them, and I'm not, but because they don't have somebody at home saying, hey, you're wrong.
Right.
Hey, you
Right.
got to work hard.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to show up to work every single day because somebody else is going to get your job if you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody out there that's much more hungry
Oh yeah.
than the next person.
Yep. That's
Especially if
life.
you slacking.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely in life.
I don't know how that feels. I was always starter.
What?
I was always a starter.
What did you play?
Safety and corner. I was always defense.
Pretty fast?
Yes. My mind not look at it, but I also was about
Did you
20
just
pounds
say-
lighter,
You
40
just
pounds
say,
lighter.
in my mind, I was fast.
There's always someone always faster than me. Always. There was always someone always
Oh,
faster.
yeah. I'm,
So in my mind, I was fast. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna say I was the best. I wasn't. But yeah, what I did I never
Hey,
had
hey,
any.
listen, don't
never
get
had any-
defensive. We're all friends here.
Yeah,
I know. I
Dude,
never had
look,
anybody.
I look like you're gonna cry.
You don't have to
You
explain.
question him.
Sweating my ass off.
I believe you. Deep
But,
in my mind, I believe
yeah.
Are you guys gonna hug?
you.
Oh,
Okay.
we always hug after.
That's
We
a
always
bit-
hug after
I
the
see
show.
some tears coming out of here.
Oh, I have tears.
I'm a little uncomfortable a little bit.
Oh,
Not
You
really.
thought you were
You
getting
want to
away
hug?
with that one. That's what
You
it
want to
was.
hug? Maybe.
Okay, I'll hug you after the
You
show.
thought you were getting away with that one.
I'll hug you after the show. But with the whole season and your coaching and everything else, what do you like doing the most? Cooking, teaching, or football?
It's all of it. I mean, I like being around kids. I love coaching. I always have. I like to teach for the most part. And I love good. That's one of the things that's really nice about business, like this kind of business. I could never, and hey, there's a lot of people who make a great living working at factories, and that's a great thing. I can't see myself turning a screw, turning a screw, turning a screw for 12. But I could
believe
work
that.
15
Yeah.
coming in at 4 a.m. and doing everything else and then going out and doing something else. So
Yeah.
having the flexibility of not being stuck in the same job. And for me, really, I mean, to teach and to coach, you've been doing it long enough. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm on to something else and I'm doing that. And it gives me it almost refreshes me a little bit from, being off in the winter a little bit. It gives us time to kind of reassess and retool and figure out a better system. And so, I mean, I think that's one of the things that's kind of, I like the challenge of it.
So you ever had a student that came up to you later on in 5 years, 10 years, or whatever,
Mhm.
come up to you from just teaching and say that I loved you in school. You made me become a chef, executive chef, or a private chef,
Mm.
or a student saying, "Yeah, I went to college. You're the reason I went into wrestling or football."
Mm.
How's that make you feel?
Good. I mean, it's good. It's one of those things where I think, I mean, when I had coaches in high school, and I mean, again, not the easiest upbringing, I think, but you have coaches that move that way, and the same with chefs. I mean, I had a great mentor in college. I went to college. I met this dude, looked like he was sniffing glue. He's like 6 years older than me. He worked at Mickey's in St. Joe for years, and then he's a rock and roll dude. But like I said, he's like 6 years older than me, and he decided to go to culinary school. And
What's his name?
his name is Don Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, super talented. He's crazy. He's working at Kent County Career Center now, and he worked at the place on Red Arrow as well. But he made me love the business. He made me understand that it's like, hey, so the idea that you're a chef but you don't bake. Chefs know everything.
Mhm.
It's not, you're not a pastry chef, you're not a baker, you're a chef, and so you should know. And so, I mean, for me, it was always that. So now I have kids that I've had in class, and some of them work for us. I have one of them that's a sous chef at LaSalle Grill in South Bend, which is kind of a fancy place.
Yes, it is.
A guy that one of my students that's a chef at one of the new places in Buchanan that just opened up. It's a little, what's the name of that place?
Columns.
McCollum's.
Where's that at? I keep hearing
It's
about.
right on Days Avenue. It's good food. He does a good job.
Is that on top of the hill or below the hill?
Below the hill.
Okay,
It's all
so-
tore up down there.
So it's going more farther down towards downtown area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's probably like 6 or 7 of those kids that are chefs that have gone to college, and you just don't know which ones are gonna. Through as the year goes on, you'll see certain sparks, right? And especially in culinary, like where they get it. Like Casey Hayner, he's a chef at one of the chefs down at LaSalle Grill. And Casey was in class. I mean, I swear to God, I think they put him in my class just to get him out of this general school. Plays thrash metal, has long hair, and just, I mean,
Can't judge a book by its cover. Can't.
well,
You learned that the hard way.
he was disobedient, and Casey's he's out there a little bit.
Yeah.
But I had him in class. He's a hunter, unbelievable knife skills, unbelievable way of doing stuff. So he worked for us. He started out as a dishwasher. He started doing like prep cook at Fernwood, moved up from Fernwood to be the chef at Fernwood. Then when he kind of grew out of that position, he became my executive chef at Orchard Hills, and he was there for 3 years and did a phenomenal job.
For your being your background and your schooling background,
Mhm.
you ever thought about you have the knowledge of them, you could steal them and say, "Hey, come work with me for a little bit, and I'll keep on teaching you and mold you." And
I try to get all of them to come to do the barbecue side of it, but I mean, they're still young. I mean, like I say it all the time. Like when I was 25, 26, 27, you know, I was not the nicest person to deal with. I was tough because you're working at a restaurant that does like $2.3 million in sales. And if you don't make your numbers, you're gonna,
Yeah.
but that means your ass is hustling and you're on it all the time. So when I was 25, hey, when you're 55, you're gonna be selling food from a car. I probably would have punched him in the face. But you know, it changes, you know, your ideas of how things go. But you know, I've been really fortunate in my career. I've got to do a lot of things. I've got to cook in a lot of places. I've competed. We used to do the National Gingerbread House competition in Asheville, North Carolina. And there's like 270 gingerbread houses one year, and I got 7th. My house was on Good Morning America.
Nice, very nice.
Wait a minute. Gingerbread cook-off?
Yeah, it's a
You heard
gingerbread
it.
house.
Yeah, you heard
These
it.
people, listen, I did a gingerbread house in a month, and I thought it was really, really good.
How big are these things? Use the pan. Use the pan.
2x2,
2x2.
about that high.
Yeah.
2 feet by 2 feet, could be by. And so they're really intricate. So the year that I took 7th, I thought mine was pretty good. But then you see the lady that won it was like, oh shit.
How detailed are these?
Oh, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. Look it up sometime. It's insane.
I have to now. You
So,
got me
so the
intrigued.
lady
Got me
says to
intrigued.
me, and she's like, hey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah. She's, you did this wallpaper thing, like right here in your house. I'm like, yeah. Unless you get it. So she said, how did you do that? I was like, oh, and I explained it to her. And I said, man, I said, your house it was a carousel. I said, it is unbelievable. It didn't look real. It looked like a
Wow.
toy. It was
Wow.
so, and she goes, you see that horse right there? She goes, I did that 27 times before I got it right. 27 times. She's like, yeah. I was like, how long have you been working on this thing? She goes, I started the day after last year's competition. She's like, how long did it take you to make that? I'm like, about 30 days in the evenings when my kid went to sleep. I said, I like my mommy and daddy time too much to be messing around with a gingerbread house 3 months out. Are you kidding me? A month was about enough for me. But it's really cool. And I mean, I got to do that kind of stuff, you know, in my career. I got to do ice carvings. I got to do, like I said, wedding cakes. They used to have 2 years in a row, they had the most sinful dessert in Southwest Michigan competition. I won that 2 years in a row. I beat Tim Foley, you know, and that was
Yeah.
kind
Did
of
you?
cool. Yeah. He never forgot it either.
The late great tinfoil.
He was a good dude. He's a good dude.
So I'm looking it up right now. Oh wait. Gingerbread cook-off showdown or
No, look up National Gingerbread House Competition, Grove Park Inn.
Jesus.
There's a lot of words.
Need glasses.
Wow, look at me, keep talking.
Yeah, your eyes are straining.
It's
Yep, you need glasses.
That's
Bro,
what?
a National Gingerbread House Competition
House.
house.
It's right there. Competition. Man. Jesus.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Seriously?
Yeah, people put a lot of time into it. They're
This
crazy.
thing.
They're fanatics.
Dude, that didn't even look like a gingerbread house. It looks like a real house, a real model.
What?
That's not even a great one.
That's not even a great one.
No,
that's the
seriously.
That's the first picture that popped up with it.
Oh yeah, there's some people that it's just
at
amazing.
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
so you
nuts.
did something like that where
Yeah.
where it didn't look like a gingerbread house. It had like this has lines like it looks like it's
Yeah, the year that I did really
Very
well,
detailed.
yeah.
mine was opened in the back, so you could see all the rooms. You could see
See,
furniture
that's
in
kind
it.
of cool.
Yeah, it is.
So wait a minute, you put real furniture or gingerbread furniture?
Yeah, I
You smart?
shrunk a couch and put it in the thing. Yeah, I
Hey,
made
smart ass. I know you didn't do that.
No, I made
Not
little-
Honey, You Shrunk the Kids.
right. So no, I made little
You asked the
furniture.
question.
You get what you get. Don't throw a fit.
Oh my
You
god!
asked the question.
Oh my god, he's like me.
Set you up for
It's like
I'm fighting. I'm
it's like
fighting.
a
I'm
big
talking
old
to
pumpkin.
myself.
Bam, knocking off the park.
I know. I'm talking to myself right now. You gotta watch what I say.
Yeah, so each room had a different setup in it, different painted. So, yeah, it's cool. So
Look
I
at
mean,
these.
it's
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
what'd you do against Tim?
Hmm?
What'd you go against Tim with?
it was the most Sinful Dessert in Southwest Michigan.
What'd you make? Do you remember?
Cappuccino torte. And then I did a chocolate, this was around Valentine's Day, I did a chocolate heart box, which was about that wide and opened up, had chocolates, had a chocolate ribbon on the top.
It's that's kind of cool.
It was.
So how'd you feel when you beat Tim?
Well, the funny part was I didn't know that he was anything special. And so like, the next year I won again. And that really, he wasn't thrilled about that.
You didn't know he was the owner of
Yeah, I had no clue. None. And then the next year they asked me if I'd be a judge.
Did they?
Yeah. I said, no, I'll pass. I was good.
Then
But then years later, I mean, it's funny because years later we had a, of course, then, I mean, because back then there's no internet, right? It's in
No.
early 90s.
Yeah.
So like Tim, I mean, I was in South Bend. Tim Foley didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that's
Big
right.
Joe was a different world.
Yeah. That's true.
So we did a foods competition with my culinary class up at Mendel Center, and they had they asked me if I'd be a judge, and I was like, well, why can't I have my class in on it? They're like, well, yeah, if you want to. So like we did. My kids killed it, but Tim was one of the guest judges, and the other two I knew who they were, and at that point it's been 20 some years, and we're both older and grayer and whatever. And I walked up to Tim and I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. He goes, Chef Tim, nice to see you. Shook my hand and was very gracious. He pulls over. He goes, he kicked the crap out of me in a chocolate competition when he was like 15. It's like I was 22. I wasn't 15, but anyway. But he was really super gracious about it, super nice about it. He's a nice guy. I was sad to hear that he passed.
He's always been a nice guy. Actually, I almost worked for him. It was between him or, I hate to say it, but delivering flowers or delivering his bread. And he said, you ought to get up at 4 a.m. And the lady that they're both paying me the same. And the lady that delivered flowers, she said, you got to be here at 9. I went, fuck that. I'm getting up at 9. I'm going to be at work at 9.
Yeah. Tim was intense. And he was good too, though. I mean, his bread was phenomenal.
They still treat him well. They still represent him well. They do everything well for him, and the bread bar alone with his business there. So for the late great Tim, yes,
Yeah,
he's still living well in his name and in respect.
Yeah, that's good because he was good people. And again, he just loved the business.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you get these guys that kind of flash in the pan. And I mean, not to be flippant about it, but saying it that way, but Tim was around a long time and he loved it. It wasn't like one of those things like, well, I'm better than you just because I'm better than you. I mean, he really, there was a lot of knowledge there. Yep. And he wasn't afraid to share it. He'd tell you. Because I remember when I saw him up at that competition, we were doing something and we were doing some bread at Fernwood. And I said, hey, I'm really having a hard time with this part of it. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. And he like that. He knew it. And he's like, oh, try this. Okay.
You know what we're talking about, right?
I'm just listening.
You know who Tim?
No, I don't.
Tim Full owns on
Bit of Swiss.
Thank you.
No, I haven't met him.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You never met him?
No, I never met him.
You know,
No, you won't.
You won't now.
Well, I know that.
back for you.
Listen to you guys talk about it. It's done.
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
Wow, that got dark so quick.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
He's done, man.
Have more wine.
No, I'm done with the wine.
He gone.
He's gone. Yeah, but he was a great guy.
Yeah.
But they're still keeping up with this everything. Who'd you look up to besides your dad? Nobody. No cooks out there. No, like all these master chefs out there. That all these, like we had this conversation. Well, what, a week ago? On we had it with Audrey, Chef Audrey.
Yeah.
And of like Food Network. Who do you like, or all the chefs that's out there? Who would you want to be or meet?
Or cook with.
Cook with. Cook with. I'll go with that.
Gosh.
His was Chef Ramsay.
He'd be interesting because I mean his persona on TV isn't who he really is.
It's not.
I mean we went to one of those when he did the Jay Willie's in South Bend kitchen.
Oh, the Kitchen Nightmares?
Yeah, he did that one
he
there.
did that.
We were one of the people that came in and ate.
Did you really?
Yeah, and one of the girls that was in the kitchen that they hired from the American Culinary Federation, April, she was one of our students. And she said he was just the nicest guy.
Yes.
He's super nice. So I would be interested in dealing with him. I was really fortunate when I was a young chef. I got my first chef's position at Knoll when I was 21 or 22. There was a chef out of Chicago that moved in the area. His name was Scott Irwin, and Scott was like prolific at ice carving, and he was prolific at everything. He was just very
Articulate.
monotone,
Oh.
but very, very good. And like we did a competition down at Century Center, and it was a hot food competition. And I was young, I thought my stuff was good, and I thought some of the Scott stuff was okay. He had this huge name, and all the judges knew him, and so I think I got a bronze medal or something, and I was just pissed off.
Dude,
And he didn't even know me, and he came up to me and he's like, "Hey," he goes, "your stuff was really good." He goes, he goes, "You guys stick with this," and they just didn't know who you were and understand your style. My style is a little bit different. They understand me. I know these judges, and it was kind of like, okay, I didn't know him, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I kind of took it to heart, I guess. About a year later, he ends up at Morris Park Country Club as the chef, and we turned out to be really great friends. He's a lot older than me, but he went through. He tried out for the U.S. national team. They have a culinary team, and
I didn't know that.
he went to. He had stomach cancer, so
Oh.
he would go do chemo, cook dinner at the club, and then at 9:30 we'd meet at the club after I worked all day, and we'd work on his dessert.
Oh, really? Wow.
Just practice it. And he just missed the team, but he was really influential because he's just that guy. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially in certain businesses, it's like, well, I have this secret. It's this secret brownie, and you can't know the difference. It's a freaking brownie. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's really no secrets, and if you're willing to teach somebody, it's great. And he was really great about it. So I was very lucky to have a lot of chefs early on in my career that were kind of nurturing, because I think they saw that, I'm 21, 22, busting my butt, trying to learn and listen, and, willing to put in 70, 80, 90 hours a week to do it,
Or can I have one more question?
So go ahead.
All right. For my last question, actually, you said you did competitions.
Mhm.
What competition did you get yourself into? I know I'm actually right now I'm watching on the Food Network channel was it Backyard Barbecue Brawl,
Yeah.
where that's all smokers and everything else.
See, I would love something like that if you could actually fight somebody in a barbecue setting. I think I could beat some ass. I know I could. I absolutely know I could. I put some.
Yeah, because you're a wrestler. Come on, yeah,
I
you
could
could
have hurt on
too.
somebody.
I put him in chokehold.
Probably, if I was going to do one on TV, it'd probably be Chopped. I mean,
Really?
yeah,
You want to do Chopped?
yeah.
I'd be scared of Chopped. Of all the ones you just said, that's the one I'll be.
Is that one of the ones you have to go grab all the ingredients?
No,
and stuff?
it's in the
You have
basket.
no idea what's in there.
It's in the basket.
okay.
No, that's
Oh,
the one
okay.
that's in the basket, and you have 4 things you got to have in that basket in your meal.
We just had our oldest daughter.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
So we were like, she was like 3. Scott Irwin was doing a black box competition at the Stan's Food Show in Century
Really?
Center, and we got invited to come in and have his dinner. So it's a 4-course, and basically you have 2 hours to come up with 4 courses. You have no idea what the proteins are, the meats, and all that stuff. So he asked us to come, and so Kayleen and I went in, and we're sitting down to have that lunch, and one of the apprentices came in and said, "Chef Tim." I was like, "Yeah." Chef Alfredo is in back, and these guys practice like 6 months. He's like, he's in back, and he is in the room with the black box, and his partner didn't show. I'm like, oh. He's like, he wants you to be his partner. I was like, Keeling's like, go do it. It'd be cool. Go do it. I'm like, I don't even have a chef coat. We'll get you a chef's coat. And we ended up taking, I think, 3rd out of like 15 teams.
Oh, hell
We
yeah.
killed, and he'd never done that well. And so he was just like ecstatic at the fact, because I was young, and I was like, I could do this stuff. He's like, we're going to do this, this, and this. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do any of that. That sounds horrible. We're going to do this, this, and this. He's like, okay. So you do this and this, and I'll do this, this, and this.
So it's all your menu.
Oh, part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
For my influence. And then we teamed up the next year, and I think we got a gold the next year.
Oh,
We
that's
did it.
cool.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a really nice.
Damn.
He's an older
He
chef.
went
but
from 3rd to gold.
yeah.
Look at them. He's
I'm
phenomenal.
kind of a big deal.
and
People
his
know
food
me.
and his food shows it. I mean,
And I
this is
sell food
awesome.
from a car.
And this no,
Right.
Whatever that
Well, it's
means.
still good though.
Yeah,
regardless.
this food is your
Well,
food's
well,
awesome.
that means
But you want to go final? You want to do final now?
yeah. What we're doing on our final thoughts is give your shouts out. Where you're gonna be? What's going on for you in the near future? Any people that you want to send the thanks to?
No, I mean, I think all my employees, those guys are all good. Steve and Bruce and Max and Devin. I mean, I got some young kids that are working hard. And really, Southwest Michigan's been very supportive of us. And yeah, like I said, we've done all the markets and all that stuff. And like I said, just met a lot of great people. And so yeah. And I want to thank me and my wife.
I was gonna say, dude. Yeah, I was about to call you out that you did not name your wife at all on that one.
Well, she's a
Once
pretty
again,
thing. She's a pretty thing over there.
What's a
isn't she?
baby in the corner?
She's well mannered. She's trained me well. She's like a puppet master back there. I knew when I saw you look over there, I'm like, oh shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, she said, yeah, I learned well. Let's see what happens when you get in the car.
38 years later. Yeah, I'll leave.
Congratulations on that.
38. Wow.
38
Yeah.
years.
Actually, I will say this for you two. Do you want me my final thought?
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
Okay,
Sure
I'll
can.
do my final thought. For you two, I will add this to my final thought though. My parents also are high school sweethearts, and they're going on their 46th year right now as high school sweethearts. So
That's awesome.
for you guys,
Congratulations.
and you have kids and everything else. You went through the big and bad and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats to both of you. And actually, this was in my final thought for the baby in the corner. Kudos to her for you because she is your backbone. She is everything to you and everything else. You're the mastermind of this, but she's your backbone for that.
Oh,
because
yeah.
She's the one that pushed you and keeps on making you do what you do best. And this is your food here. And I give you that. And that only is you have phenomenal food, phenomenal sauces and everything else. And to your kids for being the supportive and being there for you and working for you and with you and everything else.
Yeah, I'm lucked out. I got a great family for sure.
And my last part of it is everybody out there, you don't know what you're missing. I know you probably had them or didn't have them or anything out there. You need to have them because it's phenomenal. And I guarantee it. You're not gonna be missing out on anything because it's all good.
Thanks. You guys are all right. I don't care what they say about you on the street.
Right. I just want to thank Tim. Thank you and your lovely wife for joining us tonight. I appreciate you guys spending a little time with us too, at least 2 hours anyway. The food is awesome. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad you guys came through and let us try it. And if you guys see that Beetle on the street park somewhere, go join these guys and support them. And they have good food, good quality stuff for the money. So for the Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast, guys, this is episode.
Hey, even say about this. Say about that. Say that for it. Is there a punch card?
Well, they have a punch card as well. You guys go support them. I'm sure you can get one of these, and I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll tell you how it works, guys. But yeah, please support these guys. Is there anything else you want to throw at me?
No.
Okay, good. All right, guys, this is the 103rd episode for the Third Eye Truth Theorem podcast. I want to thank Tim Kerrigan and his wife for joining us once again. I'm James Gill, your host. This is Joe Hill, the co-host. Going to get out of here. See you guys next time.